What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a great fucking day because this is our first time back racing in like 3 weeks. It's fucking insane how long it's been. You know? I don't like it. I don't like not having racing. Indy felt like such a long time ago, dude. Like, I don't even remember it. You know? Like, it was so long ago. And, like, the Xfinity race that week, too, was even longer ago. I don't like things being not racing, you know? I don't like the things that I like not happening. I like it when the things that I like do happen. When the things that I like do happen, it's a lot better. But today we have the Xfinity, or the truck race from Richmond. I almost said the Xfinity truck race. The NASCAR Cup Xfinity Truck Series from Richmond. From Richmond Motor Bristol Speedway. Yeah. What's up, Daniel Barry? Daniel, are you actually going to like make more comments, or are you just going to say yo and then leave? Because that's always what you do. You just say hi, and then nothing else. Just radio silence. It's a challenge. I'm challenging you, Daniel. It's on. It's a match. I'm challenging you. I have my TV muted because Kevin Harvick's podcast is on right now. And it's gone. Yay.
Welcome to Richmond Raceway for the Craftsman Truck Series Clean Harbors 250. Tonight, it's the final race of the regular season, and just 3 spots remain in the playoffs. There's a lot on the line for our bubble drivers. How about a guy like Tanner Gray trying to make the playoffs for the first time? He sits on the bubble, 5 points to the good, but he starts 26th, the worst of all drivers trying to race their way in. And Daniel Dye, the 20-year-old, is in his second full-time season and is coming on strong. He's gained almost 30 points to the bubble the last 5 races. He starts 13th.
Give Kyle whatever setup Dylan had.
He was the first to miss the playoffs last year, hoping to change his luck this time around.
Jaden, here's another thing that you need to think about. Is it's like, why would they do that? You know? Like, why would they do that? Like, of course they're going to give his grandson the best car possible.
Can he do it again?
You know?
Let's now go trackside for the pre-race ceremony.
All right, pre-race ceremonies.
Fans, please rise as you're able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Thomasdale High School Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Fort Gregg Adams Chaplain, Captain Kevin McCarty.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, your word tells us that in the beginning you made all things, and that when you were done, it was very good. We're also told that you made us in your image, and in that image is the desire to do all things well. Today, these drivers come together to compete and to excel in what they do. They and their teams will take to the track and push themselves and the equipment to the limits in order to achieve victory. They will reveal your image in them as they seek to run their race well. So we ask that you might empower them for this race, give them strength of mind, body, and equipment, grant them safety on the track and in the pit, and grant safety to all of us in the stands. And grant all of us, no matter where we may be, the joy of a race that is very good, just as your work was at the beginning of time. In your Son's name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Nashville charting artist from Smithfield, Virginia, Celeste Kellogg.
Can you see by early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's hear it for Celeste's performance. How about Russia?
And we welcome you inside.
Yeah, Jaden, the N in NASCAR stands for nepotism. You know this.
Evening, but we're happy to have you.
It's
Jamie Little. He's Phil Parsons.
been like that forever.
Michael Waltrip. So we're talking about the playoffs. So this is it. The cut line happens tonight. It's over after that. We move on to the playoffs. 10 drivers make it. 7 have walked.
Nobody's invested in the Truck Series playoffs. Come on now.
February, and every driver.
Every year they act like we're invested in like the lower series
the first
playoffs.
5
We don't give
races,
a
had 4
fuck.
drivers locked in and said this is going to be easy, right? We're going to figure this out before we get to Richmond. Not so fast. It took us 10 more races to lock any more drivers in. We did that at IRP last race with 3 drivers. You see Taylor Gray. He's very, very comfortable up there. He's no doubt we're going to put him in ink in the playoffs. But then you talked about the numbers. Ben Rhodes, 22 ahead. That's a pretty good cushion. But those other guys, it's going to be a fight. They've all showed flashes of brilliance this year. And I'm telling you, it's anybody.
But yeah, during the Olympic break, I changed my background. Got new
We're
sparkles.
going to crown a regular season champion tonight. It's come down to Corey Heim, Christian Eckes. It's been all about those two gentlemen.
All year long, they've won the most races. They've led the most laps. They're 1-2 in the points. And it's been great battles. But things got a little bit heated last time out in Indianapolis. You can see off turn 2, Corey Heim thinks there was a bit of a squeeze play by Christian Eckes there. Corey had a flat tire, thought it cost him his whole night. He came back and let Christian know that he was not pleased with him. Squeezed him up there, gave him a little boot in the back end there. And when they got to pit road, words were exchanged. But this was very professional. It was very civil between the two. Then Christian even said, you know, I think I'd have been mad too. So you talk about the bubble and all those boys. What about this guy? He's never missed the playoffs. I think Matt Crafton can win this race tonight and upset your whole apple cart with all your bubble talk, Phil.
Minus
This guy's
43
gonna be
points
fast.
behind the
He's been
cutoff
here
is Matt
now,
Crafton.
top 10 in both stages and the race. Watch Matt Crafton tonight. He's a veteran. He's going to lean on all that experience.
Matt Crafton is one of 18 drivers who could win the race tonight and advance into the playoffs. Well, Richmond is the capital of Virginia, and tonight plays host to race number 16. We'll drop the green flag next.
At the Jeep Make This the Summer event, you can take a vacation from payments on the most capable Wrangler ever. Our most affordable SUV, Jeep Compass. The only open-air pickup, Jeep Gladiator. And the most awarded SUV ever, Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer and make the most out of summer with great deals plus no payments for 90 days.
During the Jeep Make This the Summer event, get $2,000 bonus cash allowance or get 0% financing on most 2024 Jeep Wrangler gas-powered models.
1 in 3 pet parents has used their pet's name as their password.
System hacked. System hacked. System hacked.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way to show your love. If you thought 1 napkin for the quarter pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough. The
NASCAR playoffs begin Sunday, August 25th at the historic Milwaukee Mile. Tickets are on sale now for the Laguna 175 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. Witness Wisconsin's own Ty Majeski and defending Milwaukee race winner Grant Enfinger race for it all. The Sunday, August 25th NASCAR doubleheader kicks off with the Springer 150 ARCA Menard Series at high noon. Tickets start at $40. Kids 12 and under are free. It's NASCAR playoffs time in Milwaukee. Visit MilwaukeeMileRacing.com to get your tickets today.
Shut up.
Brown, blonde, pink and red. It's so me. That's what we said. Root touch up, you just don't skip. Colour that matches from root to tip. Just mix, brush, dry, break, kiss it, bye-bye. Claro, I'm ready to colourfy. Root touch up is the hair colour I want to be. Claro, it's so me.
When weight kept them down, science helped them soar. When morning kisses turned sour, science made them sweet. When itching kept them up, science helped them rest easy. When the world gave them setbacks, science gave them bounce backs. And when your vet delivered life-altering news, science delivered life-changing nutrition. Hill's prescription diet. Science
I'm
did
kind of
that.
excited for the Bristol game next year, where the Braves and the Reds will be playing. I'm probably gonna stream that.
That's how long these drivers, these teams, have waited. Playoffs within sight. For some, pride is in knowing you've made it. For others, well, the painstaking clock continues to tick. Tonight, 3 spots are on the line. 177 days. Playoff cutoff is next.
Where the hell is everyone?
Welcome back to Richmond Raceway as Tropical Storm Debbie has moved off shore, leaving behind a beautiful evening here, about 83 degrees. Well, the drivers are strapped in and ready to go. It's time to get the command to fire engines from the one and only, the King, Richard Petty.
Richmond Raceway. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Please welcome NASCAR Hall of Famer and 7-time Cup Series champion, Richard Petty. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Every time he gives the command, it sounds exactly the same, and I love it.
All right, let's take a look now at the Clean Harbors 250 starting grid. How cool was that, by the way? King.
He is the king of stock car racing, but he's the king of cool, too. And you could just tell that. I know these drivers have heard that. Chris Neckens, Ty Majeski, they're on the front row. Grant Enfinger and Lane Riggs. That's got to feel good when you hop in your truck and hear Richard Petty give those words.
For sure. How about William Sawalter, 5-time winner already in the ARCA Menard Series. Best start of the year.
Corey, I'm a 5-time winner already in the Truck Series, starting alongside.
Keep your eye on Caden Honeycutt. Every time he gets behind the wheel, he's up there battling for a top 5. See if he can do it again tonight.
2 playoff drivers right there. Nick Sanchez and Tyler Akron back in row number 5.
Oh, Daniel Dye is one of those trying to race his way in tonight. Style him up.
Yeah, see if we can get a word with him. Danny Dye, Michael Waltrip, and the Fox team. Do you copy, buddy?
Yeah, Joe, get them on for you or to remind you about it about 16 laps whenever you're clear.
Talking with his spotter right now, give him a chance to sort this out. Hear some words there. Daniel Dye, Michael Waltrip, and the Fox team. Do you copy?
Oh boy, what's up, Mikey?
Well, I got cold chills listening to the King say, "Gentlemen, start your engines." How cool was that for you?
Yeah, pretty cool. Get to try this 43 machine tonight. The King fired us up. Going to race our butts off all night. Try and keep it up front. Get a little closer to the front here pretty quick and stay there all night. The plan.
Well, it's been a heck of a roll you've been on. How did you like your truck in practice, and what's the plan for tonight?
Yeah, I feel happy about what we got. Our champion container 43 Chevy has been on a roll here lately. Just need to get those finishes dialed in. So hopefully tonight's the night to get a good finish like we've been looking for the last couple of weeks. But just going to try and keep it at the racetrack all night. Talk to Blake Baybridge all night about what I need, and he'll give me exactly that. So just stay clean and keep a calm head. That's what I've been working on, trying to figure.
So the stages for tonight are 70 laps for the first stage, 70 laps for the second stage, so that's lap 140, and then the final 110 laps of the final stage. 250 laps.
Good evening, Amanda.
Good evening, Jamie. Yeah, we have many of those bobble drivers that are hoping to be the king of cool emotions.
Jaden!
One of those is Tanner Gray. As you mentioned, he comes into tonight 5 points to the good ahead of Daniel Dye, but he will start many positions below his biggest threat tonight from a brakes issue in qualifying that Tanner described as simply frustrating. Said that he has to remain focused on racing cautiously aggressive tonight and picking up those stage points that simply we have to grind through this tonight. And while his teammate Corey Heim has 5 wins on the season this year, he is chasing Christian Eckes for that regular season championship, 50 points back. But he said he is going to focus on a track that he calls unique, abrasive, and all about longevity. Said that finesse and patience will be stressed out of his experience tonight. Josh?
Well, Amanda, it is straightforward for Lane Riggs. He must win if he wants to make the playoffs out there tonight. And it's no secret that this 38 team has had a disappointing season. When I caught up with Lane Riggs earlier, he told me that they struggled this season to get what they needed, but he said, hey, tonight you throw all of that out the window. We have to do whatever it takes to get a win. So look for the 38 team to get all strategy to figure out some way to put themselves in position to win and get into the postseason. And while Riggs tries to get into the playoffs, Christian Eckes in that 19 team trying to rack up the regular season championship. Now Eckes has been so good on these short tracks, but Richmond is one he admits he just hasn't been able to figure out. Yes, he won the pole tonight, but he is not completely happy with that truck. They made some adjustments after practice, hoping it gets that truck where it needs to be on the long run. Either way, look for them to try and lock up that regular season championship early and then put all eyes towards chasing a championship in the playoffs.
Thank you, Josh and Amanda. Now let's take a look at our track description brought to you by Craftsman.
Yeah, our Craftsman track description, this track is 3/4 mile in length, as you see there, 0.75. I got that right this week. The turns are banked at 14 degrees, front straightaway 8 degrees, and it's not straight. It just simply connects turn 1 and 4 together. It's a turn all the way through there, and that's what keeps these tires heated up, and that's why finesse, as we've heard a couple of our drivers say, is so important here at Richmond.
Let's take a look at our race analysis. This race is 250 laps, 187.5 miles. You see stage 1, 70 laps, stage 2, 70 laps. That final stage went caution-free last year, 110 laps. You see that pit window, 100 to 110. They can't make it from this stopping at the end of the second stage.
If I'm being completely honest, the broadcast itself kind of makes it not fun to watch truck races. Like, truck races aren't that good. The broadcast makes it even worse. But I just want to watch racing.
Amanda just told us about Tanner Gray. Doing a great job this year, just knocking on the door of those playoffs.
Phil Parsons needs to not be in the truck booth. I've heard his monotone-ass voice in the Truck Series booth for fucking decades. Like, get it out of here. You know?
He's going to start 13th here in the Clean Harbors 250. Best finish second at Nashville. That was a statement race for this young man. Got him in a position to go playoff racing. We'll see if he can do it tonight.
Well, NASCAR's been off for about 3 weeks now, so the truckers are first up, and I know Daniel Dye's not the only one with a lot of nerves tonight. So much on the line for these drivers.
I think once they fire these engines, Jamie, that's when the nerves calm down a little bit. Now it's business as usual.
Going to come down pit road, make sure we understand exactly what our speed's supposed to be there. That's what the check there was for.
This is back at IRP, our last race. Tom Majeski on the inside. He was not the control truck. He left first. NASCAR penalized him. He had to come down pit road for a pass-through penalty, but that truck was so good, he fought his way back to the front. and end up getting that truck to victory lane for the first one for Ford and for Thor Sport here in 2024.
What amazing performance it was on that little track up in Indiana. He was so on the gas, just like he was here in Richmond a year ago. This suits his driving style. These tracks where you really got to slip and slide. Nobody's better at it than Tom Majeski.
He just dominated this race a year ago, led 168 of 250 laps, won both stages, and came up short because of a mistake.
Good look at number 98, Soda Sense Ford there. You see he's lined up on the outside of Christian Eckes, that Napa Chevy.
Christian Eckes captured the pole for the second time this season. He wasn't too happy with his truck earlier, Michael, but you touched on it. They practiced when it was a lot hotter, full sun.
And you know, he's only ever been happy with his truck once that I recall this season, and that was at Nashville. Where
How many laps did
he led every lap.
Every lap.
Every lap. Amazing performance for Christian Eckes there at Nashville. But generally, he doesn't like his truck, and I really respect that. I appreciate the fact that he's just so honest with his crew. He's going to get the adjustments he needs because of his straightforward talk to them. And something about saying Napa Chevy still makes me happy.
It just makes sense, Michael.
Yeah, I was watching when Christian got out of his truck after winning the pole. I was reading his lips, and I still don't think that was very good, but he's got a good starting spot for sure.
What about William Sawalich? This has been so much fun. We got Connor Zilish, William Sawalich. I texted them both. I said, I really love the fact that you're doing so many fantastic things at such an early age. And P.S., do I say y'all's names right? I think I've got it down. So, yeah, you're doing okay, Mike.
How about the numbers for ARCA this year? William Sawalich, 5 wins, 8 starts. How about Connor Zilish? 3 for 3. It's not lost yet in the ARCA Menard Series. And we're going to see him in Michigan, his first race on a super speedway of his career because he just turned 18 a week or so ago.
William Sawalich just turned 17 this year, so a couple of teenagers. But mark our words, these are 2 young men that you're going to hear from for a long time to come.
Oh, yeah.
Connor Zilish is racing across 7 different platforms, 7 different series and types of cars and trucks.
And excelling at every one.
I was going to say, everything he gets in, it looks like he's been doing it forever, and he's only 18 years old.
Let's listen to Tanner Gray's radio.
Hi, bud. There's not a single person on this 15T 300 doesn't believe that you can get this job done. You're going to get it done for us tonight. You're our guy, man, and we believe in you, okay? Stay focused, stay disciplined all night. Let's get the job done. Let's have a great night, fellas. Yeah, 10-4. Appreciate you guys.
Love that pep talk. Tanner Gray, 10th. 5 points to the good.
All right. Green flag.
At Richmond.
We are back racing after a fucking 2-week off week. It was bullshit, and here we are.
Nice break there by Christian Eckes. I don't think, maybe Majeski wasn't quite ready for that break, Bill.
Yeah, how about Taylor Gray going to make it 3 wide here inside? He's got his teammate, William Sawalich, in the middle, and Lane Riggs, 38 on the outside, that yellow truck.
By Christian Eckes, his 3rd time here at Richmond, first time he's ever led.
Well, he's led a lot this year, though.
That's right, but not here. He's marking him off.
Every single race this year.
Yes, he has. He's been incredible.
So fun to watch these kids right before our eyes, Bill, develop in the truck series. You know, you get to get them in ARCA and on the short tracks, but when they come truck racing, you go, oh, that's contact.
Ben Rhodes just ahead of Corey Heim in the 11, and Daniel Dye is all over it.
I think Ben Rhodes got in at Nick Sanchez.
Yeah. Nice pictures here from the 43 truck of Daniel. Corey Heim wasn't his normal self.
Woo!
Wow, look at this action.
Sanchez sideways at the start-finish line. Here's that contact we were talking about.
Nick shut the door, and Ben said, I'm already in there, buddy.
I don't think Ben had any choice but to nudge him a little bit.
Let the pressure come here.
There's another view of it from Daniel Dye's onboard.
You hear the spotter, he said, let your pressures come up here. Tire pressures, getting the tires, heat some heat in them is important. They start them as low as they can, so when they build up, they still have ultimate grip.
That was a battle for 8th. Corey Heim, the 11, just got by that 2 of Sanchez for the 8th spot.
I'm going to be really interested in, after watching practice earlier today and conditions changing so dramatically, where this 11 truck does go, because it wasn't a great practice earlier today, but he's got such a knack for getting it done when it matters.
See the 88 and Matt Crafton, and we talked about the playoffs looming here. This is the 9th year that we've had the playoff system. He has made all 8 years. 3-time champion. What a disappointment it would be to see him miss it. But right now he's on the outside looking in. 43 points back when we drop the green flag, Phil. But basically, if he can win this thing, that's all he needs to do.
Well, don't you think after all that many years and that many starts, we should grandfather him into the playoffs? And I don't mean that he's a grandfather. Don't get me wrong.
I was talking to Matt Crafton just ahead of this race, and he said, I have absolutely nothing to lose. It is win or bust for me. He said that he made the bad call in qualifying to put their team a little bit back in track position to kick.
Matt Crafton only has 15 career truck wins. I swear he has at least double that.
And you know, Phil, I would call Matt a bottom feeder. He really likes to use the bottom of the racetrack, right on that yellow line. And if his truck will do that, he can pass a lot of trucks that way. And I think I'm seeing early in the going here that he is able to run extremely low. As you see a couple of trucks ahead of him there, Roger Caruth and Ty Dillon battling.
Just Connor Hall, the 91, making his Truck Series debut. He's the Cars Tour point leader this year. Looks like he's going to ease down there and maybe try to block the 80 of Matt Crafton.
Matt Crafton will say, I don't know who you are, but I'll show you that you don't do that to me too many times. Now that's cost Crafton his momentum, and Mills is coming. Both Matts. That pair of Matts battling.
And we've got 3 Connors in the field. Connor Hall, you mentioned making his debut. Really impressive earlier today. Started 21st, races in the Cars Series, Cars Series champion, late model stock champ, but he wants to go truck racing. Doing a nice job so far in that 91 truck.
I think right now he's holding up Crafton. We talked about Crafton. Michael mentioned Crafton at the top of the show. Had a great run here last year. Same tires, same car, same trucks. So good opportunity for Crafton maybe to have good. How about that 7 truck of Zilish on the outside making passes? Brand new to this one truck start to his career, and that was at Coda, and he sat on the pole, set a new track record, finished 4th.
And he went back to the front about 4 different times. I don't know how many trucks he passed. I think it was 50-something. Ended up finishing 4th that day, and he is coming through in that 7 truck on the outside with a full head of steam.
I love the fact that that young driver was not afraid to try that second groove and see if there was some grip there, and I think he found some.
And I think it'll be interesting to see if he just burns his tires off. We know how these things go away here at Richmond. He's sliding sideways and eating up some fresh asphalt up there. We'll see if his tires can take it.
This young man has so much to look forward to. You know, he just carries himself with that confidence. And heck, after the big announcement this week, I would too. He's going Xfinity racing full-time for Dale Earnhardt Jr. He'll run the 88 car. Actually, we'll see him in about 4 races in the Xfinity Series this year. So a lot coming up for Connor Zilish. Christian Eckes continues to lead over Ty Majeski from Richmond Raceway.
What does fearless look like? Like sliding through a glimmer of daylight? Like trading paint with a champion? Like starting in the back of the pack and stopping at nothing till everyone is choking on your dust? What does fearless look like? Find out for yourself. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best the man can get
is Gillette Labs.
Subway's offering 20% off any sub, any size. Woo! 20% off subs is fun to say. 20% off subs are fun to eat. You'll love 20% off subs. The point is, any sub, any size.
Pump it, Malachi.
Every Saturday, your game is on Fox. I mean, just feast your eyes on
William Sandwich.
Because if baseball is as American as apple pie,
William Swallow Witches.
like a heck of a slice. And with these guys on the menu, all you gotta do is sit back, relax, and make some room for a big old helper. With a cherry on top. Come on, it's Saturday.
Daytona always brings the drama, high wattage star power, and a front row seat full of fireworks. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Racing from Richmond is right as we stepped aside to go to break. Ty Majeski took over the lead, and you did not miss it. The truck is coming to life.
It is. He's opened up over a second on Eckes right now. Lap after lap. If not the fastest, close to the fastest truck on the racetrack.
Corey Haim's currently 7th, and just ahead of Daniel Dye there you see Nick Sanchez. Listen to those guys just pedaling those things, trying to get them up off the corner.
Malachi, have you ever considered being a real person?
Let's get an update on Daniel Dye. Josh.
Well, Jamie, it has been a stressful week for Daniel Dye entering this race 5 points out of that final playoff spot. But after practice today, he told me it doesn't no good to be nervous, to be stressed. He can only control what he can control, and that's running his race. So he said, through the first 2 stages, I don't want to know what the 15 or the 52 are doing, the guys he's racing for those final spots. He says, we'll reevaluate when we get to stage 3. Let me run my race early, do what I need to do, and the rest will take care of itself. Amanda?
Well, Josh, the 52 is currently 4 positions back from Daniel Dye, and just ahead of this race, as Christian told him, hey, tonight is what it is. You have worked hard all season for us, and I thank you. Ahead of this race, Stuart Friesen had similar sentiments, saying that they have made improvements all season long, that they now have the best foundation that they have found so far this season, and they can only...
Why does my search history have Livy Dunn ass compilation?
That's a great point on Stuart Friesen.
Well,
restructuring in the offseason.
I got a little curious,
Jimmy Villeneuve
and
he said we just restarted.
I was like, well, because like I found the video of Livy Dunn ass, and I was like, well, this ain't enough. I need a compilation.
Yeah, it just had such a tough race at IRP.
That's what I did. I looked up the compilation.
He's probably averaging 30-some points a race. Only 4 points out of 33rd place.
Malachi, shut the fuck up. Shut your bitch ass up. I will fucking murder you. I will stab you to death. This is not a threat. This is a promise. I will fucking kill you.
Seen some nice moves up on the top by some trucks. Majeski, though, is the one that's moving. And I think he's kind of put it in cruise control a bit, Phil. Last time by, he was only the 5th fastest truck on the racetrack, but yet he's stretching that lead out for over a second and a half over Christian Eckes.
Yeah, he knows he's got 44 laps to go on this set of tires.
What'd you think of it? I was like, okay.
Starts prematurely, so
you know, I was just curious.
It
wasn't really like a.
Traffic, you lose a little time. It's not
wasn't really like a thing of pleasure or anything. It was just like, hey, I'm curious. What is this like?
But yeah,
so
we've heard this after practice. The drivers are all saying you got to be conservative. You got to really take care of these tires. I know you want to be aggressive, but I just don't think this racetrack is a place where that's going to work too well.
26 laps in, the biggest mover of the race so far, that young man, Connor Zillage, up 8 spots. Talked to his crew chief, Brian Patty, earlier today, and I said, what's the advice you give?
Yeah, just like 2 girls, 1 cup. It's like one of those things that you watch out of curiosity, you know?
Don't make any mistakes. Tire management is going to be key, and I know you talked about that, Phil. He went hard early.
Yeah, I think he's just stabilized right now. He got by Matt Mills. Now Matt has been able to get by him, but right now we see Connor Zillage. That's his teammate right in front of him, Raja Caruth. Raja's been solid all year long. Obviously won that race early on in Las Vegas to qualify for the playoffs. But right now, Connor Zillage is really doing a nice job running with his teammate.
And that's the battle for 18. Meanwhile, Ty Majeski continues to stretch it out. Almost 2-second lead over Christian Eckes. Grant Enfinger hangs in 3rd, Taylor Gray, and Lane Riggs. More from Richmond after this.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms.
Oh my goodness, Malachi, you actually you responded. You responded to a thing that I said. Actually, did you? What did I just say, Malachi?
Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in RA and PSA, relieve fatigue, and stop further joint damage. And in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections.
Malachi doesn't know how to react to this.
Infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma.
He's like, I'm not programmed to respond to this.
Occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Done selling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
It's a big match for the National Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Godzilla bankroll. Silly, yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm really long trailblazer. Stay rolling with vengeance. My odds is crafty. Dogs, why that stuff will laughy, taffy, wondering. Get past me, I've been doing this before. Now it's dropping nasty.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Will it get worse? How common is it? Can I talk to? Can this be treated?
Stop typing, start talking to a specialized urologist, because it could be Peyronie's disease, or PD. It's a medical condition where there is a curve in the erection caused by formation of scar tissue, and an estimated...
Wait a goddamn second!
But PD can be treated even without surgery. Say goodbye to searching online. Find a specialized urologist...
Is Malachi Jaden?
PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Goes on lightning fast, wet or dry, for super hydrophobic.
Who the hell is
ultra
Mallory
durable protection.
Swanson?
Mother's CMX ceramic spray coating. Give it that mother's love.
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a chalupa supreme, a double stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux for less. Introducing the $7 Lux Cravings Box, only on Taco Bell.
Fair is done. Malachi, what did I just say I was going to do to you? Malachi, repeat after me. I am annoying as fuck.
Baseball is coming to NASCAR. How about that?
Here it is, the Speedway Classic announced yesterday. Out there.
That's you.
Malachi, repeat after me. My name is Malachi Coate, and I am not a real human being.
My career, but yes, you see it there. Cincinnati Reds, Atlanta Braves going head-to-head during the season next year, August 2nd, 2025.
The hell?
And it will be on Fox.
This is going to be so much fun.
Now watch this.
How about that? Bill, that floor, the stadium floor is about the top of the wall. That's how.
There we go. I don't know what happened there.
So that they can have that baseball field
That was
in
weird.
Coliseum. In the great Coliseum in Bristol.
And they'll be working.
Malachi has YouTube videos? What?
It's going to be awesome. Chase Elliott was out there. Of course, he's a Braves fan, so it'll be fun for him.
Did you see what he said before he deleted his comment?
Meanwhile, back at Richmond Raceway here.
Because he always does that too.
Continues to lead over 2.5 seconds. Christian Eckes behind him, Grant Enfinger. Let's get an update on the Gray brothers. Josh.
Well, after Nick Sanchez and Rajat Group picked up their first career wins earlier this season, Taylor Gray was the next young guy in line to get that win, but it's been a tough stretch as of the last 6 races. He finished outside the top 10 in 5 of the last 6 races. He told me, we know the team.
He said, come on.
We've been working hard in the shop. We have been searching, but Richmond is a really good track for him. Finished inside the top 10 in the trucks last year. Earlier this year in the Xfinity Series, a 3rd place.
Malachi, I'm at war. This is humans against bots. All you have to do is prove that you're a human. It's not that hard. Literally just say, my name is Malachi Coate, and I am a human. It's very simple. He does have videos. Planes. It is so simple.
Well, man, we talked about Tanner Gray. He's back in 23rd. This is an
Loose. No rear grip. Copy loose. The 35 is not a terrible lap. It's a top 10 capable lap.
You know, the concern is getting lapped. I mean,
Malachi, I love you.
The trucks ahead of our leader. That Majeski's just ripping through the field.
He needs a caution right now, really, within the next few laps.
There's 3 trucks between he and Majeski that he has cushion as Majeski battles those trucks, but there's still 28 laps left in this stage, so he's going to get lapped if the caution doesn't fly.
It's Ty Dillon. He's chasing down the white truck on the outside.
Just listen to this. Listen to his foot. Listen how easy he is on the gas, and watch his hands.
There's an egg below the throttle pedal, isn't there?
Majeski, a lot of traffic around him, maneuvering his way.
Gets around the 77 of Chase Purdy. The 56 of Timmy Hill is next on the hit list for Ty Majeski.
There's the 56. Beautiful red and black truck. You see Dean Thompson, he's just up there. And then after Thompson, it's Gray.
45 laps into this first stage. Stage ends lap 70. Second stage ends at lap 140. And 110 laps. The final stage to get us 250 total laps for the season.
Yeah, all those drivers like Tanner Gray are really, really happy. That time Majeski got blocked in there by the lap truck of Keith McGee. See Timmy Hill doing his best to stay in front of that 90.
I think your strategy is pretty straightforward in these first 2 stages, Phil. You run to the brake and get your tires. And if you're at home watching, you think, oh, the rest of it would be simple too, right? Wrong. When we go into that 3rd stage, these guys are going to flip the
How come? Because you're a great robot.
If we get a green flag run in that 3rd stage like we did last year, I was talking to Jeff Hensley today.
And everyone deserves love.
You will gain 13 seconds by stopping under green midway through that 3rd stage by the end of the race. 13 seconds. He said you might push it a couple laps later and not lose so much time, but 13 seconds would be the gain on the racetrack.
You know, a lot of times the calls back in the day would come from the seat of the pants of the crew chief. He would just have a feeling of what they needed to do. They have every move scienced out about how to go about attacking this race.
Let's listen in to Stuart Friesen's radio.
Yeah, monster trucks are cool. Do you like being a human or do you like being a robot?
Not what you want to hear from Stuart Friesen, who's trying to battle his way into the playoffs.
That's a truck just struggling to stay inside the top 20. You see just ahead of him there, Connor Hall at 91, and out back, Dave Garcia's closing in on Stuart Friesen.
And we were talking during commercials, we see a battle for 3rd. Taylor Gray, the 17, trying to get around the 9 of Grant Enfinger. That's how competitive this truck field is.
Malachi, who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
You've got great trucks, so we have a great battle for that 3rd spot.
Nice move by Gray. He was able to get
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
I like Taylor Swift.
Caught up behind Lawless Allen,
She's a good driver, Rafa.
Good driving here for Taylor.
And Lane Riggs right there as well.
Did you hear that they were trying to fuck up her show?
On that inside line.
They were trying to kill people at her show? That's fucked up.
Early on for Taylor Gray, picks up that extra spot.
Hey, there's an answer.
With 20 laps to go in stage number 1.
There's a direct answer to a question. Thank you, Malachi. Is it that hard? Now, why is he your favorite driver?
It's all about how he responds. Brock Purdy and the 49ers begin their road back against Alvin Kamara and the Saints. Touchdown, Saints! Preseason football, August 18th on Fox.
For a limited time, get a large OIP cheese pizza and 10 of our famous char-grilled wings, always cooked to order, for just $23.99. That's a smoking hot deal. Call or order online at myoip.com.
He wasn't programmed past that. All he knows how to say is Chase Elliott.
Shrimp and boneless wings are back for just $15.99 at Applebee's.
idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call Invent Help. We've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information. Call 800-867-0280.
You're no one until you're talked about.
I have an army to build, a school to take over, and girls to blackmail. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
I just popped the tab off my beer can, and it's like impossible to drink beer without that thing on there. It's impossible to get the liquid into my mouth.
When your bedroom has everything you need, it's okay to give everything else a rest. Welcome to the Good Night Club. Find your dream bedroom at IKEA.
Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Is this really happening?
He's not gonna pick her. No.
Reese's Pieces and cookie dough together in a DQ blizzard.
I wonder if they're still together. No.
Spoiler alert, the Reese's Pieces cookie dough blizzard is like really good. DQ, happy tastes good.
Oh, caution.
Out here at Richmond Raceway for the first time.
Matt Mills.
Went hard into the outside turn 3 wall. Brings it down pit road. First time.
I've been watching Matt. He really had a pretty solid truck. Got by a lot of pretty good trucks. Got up into the, right around that 15th spot. Yeah, without it either broke something or cut down the right front. Michael, you're exactly right.
He had a flat right front.
Yeah.
Well, solid run here.
We will have a restart left in this stage. We'll only have a few laps to go in the stage once we go back green. Probably be like 8 to go, something like that.
What do you do, Phil? I said we were going to run the end of the stage, but now I mean, depending on your point situation, how bad you need those stage points, that will dictate who does what here.
Yeah, I think, we've lost over 2 seconds of lap time. So if you stay on the racetrack, and say the top 10 stay on the racetrack and 11th comes in, he's probably going to win the stage. The guy on the left is probably going to win the stage because his truck will be so much faster with those new tires.
I think you almost got a pit.
I think you do too.
And then hope another one falls at some point. Another caution. See what happens.
Let's see what Majeski's going to be the first guy here. As pit road is open. I don't think it's definitely open.
Green light on the inside wall there.
Here they come.
It's open. Taylor Gray, the first taker. Christian Eckes, a little mixed bag here.
Let me tell you why I'm laughing, Jamie. This is going to be so fun. We're gonna have an exciting 10 laps to end the stage, Josh.
Now let's start with the 17 of Taylor Gray, making some moves before that caution came out. He said he needs to fire off a little better with more grip. Those tires should help out with that. As far as the 19 of Christian Eckes, he said that truck needs more adjustments. We know he wasn't happy going into the race. 3 in, 3 off, tight through the center. They're going to try and help him out as well.
There's Daniel Nye going to come in for 4 tires. See Christian Eckes wins the battle off pit road of the trucks that came down pit road.
This is going to be wild.
Rajah Carew still in the pits. Daniel Dye goes by. Here comes Crafton.
It's under caution for this moment right here. Matt Mills hard into the wall, brought out our first caution and round of stops.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotictu, a once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotictu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotictu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotictu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotictu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotictu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotictu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotictu.
Why take less when you can get a beefy 5-layer burrito, a chalupa supreme, a double stacked taco, and a drink for just $7? It's Lux for less. Introducing the $7 Lux Cravings Box, only at Taco Bell.
With wet AMD, I worry I'm not only losing my sight, but my time to enjoy it. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, so I can do more of what I love. Vabysmo works differently. It's the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause an eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. There is an uncommon risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots. Severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye can occur. Most common eye side effects were cataract and broken blood vessels.
Open up your world with Vabysmo.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
Sup?
Who are you?
I'm your inner child. Get in. Listen, horsepower keeps you going, but torque gets you going. Oh, now we're torquing.
The Dodge Hornet RT, the totally torqued out crossover.
Porque sé que me prefieres. No vi toda la semana, pero vámonos de party los weekendes. Yo sé que
When your bedroom has everything you need, it's okay to give everything else a rest. Welcome to the Good Night Club. Find your dream bedroom at IKEA.
Welcome back to the Clean Harbors 250, still under caution for the first time tonight. So we saw the mixed bag for pit stops. First 3 trucks decided to stay out: Majeski, Ankrum, and Zillage. Question is, do they hang on or do they fall outside the top 10?
They're going to fall. They're going to drop like flies. And it's going to be crazy 3-wide action. Nutty restart right here coming up.
I love how you sold it, Mikey. Amanda.
Jamie and Ty Majeski knew it immediately. He was the first to make that decision after the hit pit road, and he immediately said, I am so sorry, guys. I did confirm with Joe Shear Jr. that they did make that decision collectively, but just ahead of this race, I talked to Ty Majeski about the mistakes last year.
Yeah, we got full for tomorrow.
We found a couple of ways to lose it here last year, so you can only imagine the frustration in Ty Majeski. I could definitely see it in the team here.
Well, he's definitely going to lose this stage, but he's going to have fresher tires in the competition.
Green flag.
So there's the bright side to it.
Green flag back in the air, 7 laps to go in stage number 1. Look at Grant Enfinger to the inside. There's Connor Zillage in the 7, trying to hang on those older tires.
3 wide around the top goes Eckes for the lead.
Majeski maybe heading up with a fight back whip.
Grant Enfinger dives in on him. Here comes Lane
4
Riggs.
wide behind him.
Here comes Matt Crafton, high, wide, and handsome.
Wait, that's a thing? Olympics MVP, that's a
All
thing?
over the place.
Crazy.
Ooh, contact!
Cut and cut. Look at that. Still 3 wide, just dropping like rocks.
Yeah, the 18 of Tyler Ankrum has an issue.
Those trucks that stayed out.
Tyler Ankrum definitely has an issue. He just made contact with Honeycutt, and now he's dropping back. Just continuing to drop back.
Christian Eckes retakes the
Still
lead.
dropping back.
Right behind him, Grant Enfinger, Ben Rhodes, and Lane Riggs, your top 5.
That's a long 5 laps for that 98 right there of Majeski and Ankrum and Zillage. A long 5 laps.
You look at that scoring pylon on the left side of your TV, and you just see the name flipping all the way
It's smoking.
Well, the only thing I can say positive is you know how important tires are, and they're going to have fresher tires when we go back racing after the end of these next 3 laps.
So you're saying there's a silver lining.
But if I'm Joe Shear, I'm selling the heck out of that. So you're going to go right back through them like they came through you, buddy.
Talked about Matt Crafton trying to race his way into the playoffs with the outside chance. Staying in the top 10 tonight, 7th right now.
Solid run, just like a year ago. See if he can get an adjustment, make this thing better yet.
We talked It's about Ty Majeski. Restarted first, fell back down.
Malachi, I love you.
Zilic, 20th, and Tyler Ankrum just ahead of him in the 19th spot.
This is going to be huge for Taylor Gray, though. Remember, came in here. We said you could write his name in pen, making it to the playoffs. He might be able to do it right here after this first stage.
And it might be the same for the regular season championship for that 19th row. Get these stage points and put that out of reach. And now he can do what he said. I'm going to go focus on winning this championship.
Final lap, stage number 1.
Wait, is this the regular season championship if he wins the stage right here?
Enough time to reel in Christian Eckes to get this stage win. Now the second separates these two. Green and white checker in the air for Christian Eckes.
So Christian Eckes wins stage 1.
Number 1.
Majeski dropped back to the 18th position. Ankrum 19th and Zilic 20th.
Kind of where they were, except for Majeski before they came down pit road or pit road was open.
I think they even actually lost a little ground. It did not work. But again, as Michael said, they're going to have...
Yeah, I think that stage win just clinched up the championship, the regular season championship for him. Oh wait, no. Did it? I don't think so, actually, because Corey Heim finished in the top 10. He was 50 points ahead of Heim.
Back up to the top 10, I think, pretty quick, especially Majeski.
Wait, but no, because there's not as... I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude.
See it there?
I hate stages.
Brennan Finger, Ben Rhodes with the 4th there. Lane Riggs hangs on to the top 5. And our boy Daniel Dye.
Everybody's like, get rid of the stages, but keep the stage points. Like, no, get rid of the stage points, too. It just makes it that much more fucking confusing. You know? You know? Like, just fucking get rid of all of it.
Battle around the bubble. Phil, you were all about the bubble battle. The bubble battle. And we're seeing a lot of guys that needed those points get them. Taylor Gray, Daniel Dye.
Yeah, Tanner Gray doesn't get any points. Stuart Friesen doesn't get any stage points.
Ben Rhodes is living life. You know how good he gets this time of year. And he's just padding that, getting himself more and more pads so he knows he's going to go playoff racing. He got that 4th place finish in this stage.
Well, Ben Rhodes, both years he won the championship. I mean, he didn't really come on strong until about the midway point of the regular season or a little bit later.
We'd actually, the last time, when he won last year, we actually had almost written him off, thinking he was not going to, not going to contend for that championship. You can see our stage 1 results and the points. You see Ben Rhodes got 7 points and Daniel Dye 5 points. Critical points for these drivers.
Remember Christian Eckes hoping to pick up that regular season championship.
There's that beautiful number 19 leading the
Yes,
race.
so Christian Eckes did clinch the regular season championship there.
Brent Ettinger has been solid, been up in the top 5 all night long. Crappin, as you mentioned, again, solid, just like he was here last year.
Here comes those 3 guys. Tires, please, tires. Right away, Amanda.
And Connor Zilic makes his way down pit road. It's the first time that he is racing the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series at a short track. He was telling me about the relationship with Brian Patty and how the communication between this team is really being able to him adjust into this. You can see them getting those 4 tires right now. And as we move on to the 98, Ty Majeski, David Pepper was just off camera saying we sure do find many ways to make this interesting out here. But 4 tires for Ty Majeski to get back to the front, Josh.
A little miscommunication for the 18. They were supposed to pit when everybody else did, but either way, they feel they have a really good long run truck. They just need a little help on the short run.
See that tire that got away there?
Unfortunately, we're hearing it's came from Majeski, the 98 yard.
Oh my God! Another penalty for Ty Majeski.
That tire was supposed to roll towards pit wall. Obviously, it flipped around.
Yo.
That will necessitate a penalty. He will have to restart this race from the tail of the longest line. But that's not unprecedented for Ty Majeski.
He's come back before.
It's going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. But that's the man so far, Christian Eckes, 8th stage win of the season. Can he hang on?
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyrizi. Things are looking up. I've got
symptom relief. Control of my Crohn's means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And Skyrizi is proven to help deliver long-lasting remission at 1 year.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Now's the time to ask your gastroenterologist how you can take control of your Crohn's with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Introducing new Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. New Advil Targeted Relief.
Subway's offering 20% off any sub, any size. Woo! 20% off subs is fun to say. 20% off subs are fun to eat. You'll love 20% off subs. The point is, any sub, any size. 20% off at Subway.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, less work, more clean.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh. Still fresh.
So fresh! With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow. For all-day freshness.
I think I found them.
Really?
Making your dog your ring bearer is one way to show your love.
Car part.
It's just a car part,
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way.
Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts, with solutions customized for the short term and the long haul. Because business as usual isn't the usual anymore. Enterprise for lives in drive.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, live from Richmond Raceway. What a gorgeous night. It's warm, it's a little steamy, but it's been great so far as we're 1 stage in, 2 stages remain, and congratulations are in order for that man right there. Christian Eckes officially clinches the regular season championship. That means 15 extra bonus points. He'll just put in the little briefcase and carry that on to the plate.
Jaden, shut the fuck up. That's not what this is. This is for the Red Sox winning the World Series in the year 2018.
Behind him, 19-year-old Taylor Gray.
And then Kyle Busch won the championship the year after that, in 2019. But he should have also won it in 2018.
Old enough to run all the races, so he's just done an incredible job. Let's listen to his radio, what they had to say.
Just to give you a little update on the points, but that put us 52 points to the cut. Doesn't change a thing. We keep running our race here. You keep doing your thing. We'll count the points when it's over with.
Don't you just love the veteran Jeff Emsley? Let's just worry about that later. And I want to tell you what I think. I think this kid can win the race, and that's what he's going to be all about. You got to take care of business. Go win the race, and you'll get all those points.
But he's also smart enough to know that 52 points locks him in, too, into the playoffs. So he knows that as well. Jeff just didn't have to come out and say it.
He's keeping him hungry.
That's right.
To the end. Let's pick up the win while we're at it.
They want that win, too. They desperately want that win.
Well, they haven't done that yet. So what a moment it would be if they could pull that off here. So that picks up our 8th spot, Phil. So that means 2 remaining to move on to the playoffs.
And a lot of racing to go.
Yes, we do. So Christian Eckes chooses the inside. Taylor Gray on the outside. Grant Enfinger, Ben Rhodes behind him. Green flag back in the air for stage number 2.
Oh, nice jump by Eckes. Good battle though for second with Grant Enfinger, the 9. trying to grab that second spot from Taylor Gray.
I was so mad when Kyle didn't win the title in 2018 because of the dumbass championship format. He would have clinched the championship in stage 1 of the finale if they had a full season format. Probably would have clinched it the week before if they didn't have the dumbass stages.
Heat them up though in that 99 truck.
Corey Heim and Daniel Dye right behind them side by side. Those two red trucks.
What a night for those two. We worried about Heim a little bit after practice. He's proven that he has a truck he can win with. And Daniel Dye, again, another solid run for the 43.
You give Scott Zipadelli and Corey Heim a little bit of time to work on that truck, and they're going to make it better.
5-time winners already on the season. Corey Heim 6th now. Daniel Dye in the 43. Just his second full-time year. Looking to make the playoffs. Just improving every race. He was just really impressed all of us, I think, at Nashville, and just the confidence that he carried in that race. Proving to himself he could do it.
That's right. Good battle right here between Sanchez and the 2. And Raja Caruth in the 71. Remember, these two drivers locked themselves in way early on in the season. Nick Sanchez as early as February when he won at Daytona.
Dylan.
I look buff now.
Way behind early. He's made up that ground and in the top 10 now.
Oh, Ty Majeski. Look ahead how things have changed from stage 1 when he led all those laps. Now he's mired back in traffic.
You know, I think, oh, look at there, tire slide there for the 32 of Holmes. And there's a little bit of a tag from Majeski. I think like Majeski, I mean, the veteran he is, he's seen this mess before, Phil. I'm being patient. He knows these guys are just setting ducks when he can get the track clear to pass them. But right now, gotta kind of take your time and don't heat up your tires. Just run some conservative laps, make it pass the time a lap, and get on your way.
Remember, he's back here in dirty air too. That truck didn't see much dirty air until that restart prior to the end of stage 1.
We've had 2 lap leaders tonight. Ty Majeski led 51 laps. Christian Eckes 34 and counting.
What a block. Chase Purdy.
The blocks these drivers, that's just quite amazing.
Yeah, it kind of gets on my nerves a little because, I mean, that was just uncalled for to be that far back in the pack and chopping a guy off like that. You know, but as a driver, Phil, you know this. If you block a guy, you know you open yourself up to get hit. So you have half responsibility. If you do it and you get wrecked, it's your fault.
That's exactly right.
William Sawalich in the 1 truck. The meat in that sandwich is Ty Majeski. Tries to pick off another spot and get around him. That's a battle for 20th.
Lisa Massey doing a nice job. That 0-2 truck.
Right in there. Yeah, with Ty Majeski. You can see, though, when Ty sees an opportunity, he just pounces. He's able to make those moves with aggression. What a good turn there for Massey in that 0-2.
Brett Holmes, that 32 truck inside of Chase Purdy in the 77.
Connor Zillage, nice battle with his teammate. Raja Caruth on the outside.
Remember, a little bit fresher tires on Zillage's truck.
As on Ty Dillon, but he's driven all the way up inside the top 10 in that 25. So we talked about the advantage, the slight advantage they'll have, and we're being able to see that now. Truck back there.
Yeah, a lot of drivers that stopped when Majeski did have made much more advancement than he has. I think he's just riding around right now.
Starting back with that tire.
Putting laps in, yeah, exactly. Had to stop back even behind the lap trucks where those other drivers did not have to.
Ben Rhodes with the new sponsor, the Stampede, on board. Let's get an update, Amanda.
Yeah, prior to that caution, when he came in and took those 4 tires, Ben Rhodes is telling his team that this truck started off great, but it keeps getting looser and looser, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Ben was talking about this playoff and how he's after those premium stage points. He talked about his season and said, well, there's been a lot of valleys. I'm hoping I can find some peaks here, but as the crew crew is telling him, you are doing excellent on these exits. Please take care of those rear tires, Ben.
He is doing
Well, the day
everything.
didn't start off well. Sorry there, Mikey, but the day didn't start off well for the 13 of Jake Garcia. Had a fender rupture in qualifying, so they started deep in the field. But the man on top of the pit box for the 13, none other than Rich Lucius, who's had his back against the wall in so many different scenarios with Ben Rhodes, the two-time champion, over the years. And when I talked to him earlier today, he said, I have a lot of different strategies playing out for today. He's like, depending on how this thing goes, I have different scenarios, different ways I want to play this. So keep an eye on how things play out for the 13 and what Rich Lucius does atop that pit box to get his driver in a must-win position.
I love what Rich Lucius, what he does and the calls he makes. But, you know, we talked about it earlier, that these guys don't just make these judgment calls by the seat of their pants. He has strategies, but he has multiple for different scenarios that they are currently in at the moment that the caution comes out.
And they've thought about it for 3 weeks since our last race at IRP.
That's right. But Christian Eckes continues to lead them here at Richmond Raceway.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease?
Will it get worse? How common is it? Who can I talk to? Can this be treated?
Stop typing, start talking to a specialized urologist because it could be Peyronie's disease, or PD. It's a medical condition where there is a curve in the erection caused by a formation of scar tissue, and an estimated 1 in 10 men may have it. But PD can be treated even without surgery. Say goodbye to searching online. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
Business is always in motion. You need a mobility partner that listens and adapts, with solutions customized for the short term and the long haul. Because business as usual isn't the usual anymore. Enterprise for lives in drive.
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days. Which is why we want to say
thanks for the tip
by tipping you back. Tip your Domino's driver $3 or more online and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order.
Everybody listen up.
You want to be a lifeguard. This is the real deal.
Welcome to Oahu. You now part of the best ocean rescue teams on planet Earth. So don't screw it up. Go, go, go! Look what you said the show was.
Promises of trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath
Do solemnly swear.
It's your first day. You know I got your back, right?
or sealed with a pinky. In 1922, a group of soldiers launched USAA with a promise to take care of their own. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission, always.
He has a new look, new menu items, even more. Flame smoke and good flavor. Try our new Grandma and Grandpa pizzas, subs, salads, and our famous charred grilled wings. Order online at myoyp.com. OIP, flame smoking good.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information. Call 800-867-0280.
Welcome back to the Clean Harbors 250. Nice battle. It was all over, but Christian Eckes under pressure from Grant Enfinger. Saw him? He was strong early, kind of faded a bit. Now he's come back on.
He is right there on Christian Eckes. Taylor Gray, the orange truck right behind him, is not far either. That's first, second, and third. We've opened up a little bit of a gap over that yellow truck right there of Lane Riggs.
Enfinger is the only former winner in the field.
Again, the 22 truck sliding up out of the way. Here comes Corey Hive checking Ben Rhodes for tough.
Slow and steady progress, does Corey Hive.
Ooh, look at that crossover there. Nice run off the corner, look at the bottom.
Chester! Make it work. Ben Rhodes with the advantage on the outside. I mentioned the Nashville Stampede on this truck. Beautiful looking truck, but how cool. It's a PBR. It's Professional Bull Riders. It's a team, and they won the championship last year and decided they wanted to get on board the truck this time.
Doesn't the Dillons have a team?
Yeah, they
do.
Yeah, Austin was saying today here at Richmond that he had gone to the bull riding last night.
That's a unique sponsorship partner. At least the truck's not looking like a bucket full.
It has on occasion.
It's more like the Cadillac. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, they worked through the issues earlier.
It was solid night for Ben Rhodes.
And that's what he needed. Had a couple of not so great finishes. Just needed to come in here, be smooth, don't make any mistakes. Came in with a 22-point advantage in ninth, above the cut line. Christian Eckes with a half-second lead over Grant Enfinger. Taylor Gray, Lane Riggs, Ben Rhodes the top 5. Corey Heim right behind him. Daniel Dye, Ty Dillon with a really nice effort tonight so far. Matt Crafton in ninth and Connor Jones in 10th.
How about our chicklets showing the fastest speeds? They're scattered all out across the top 20, aren't they?
Yeah, how about 11th is our fastest truck? And there's Ty Majeski down in 16th, but still showing that he has
Embedded
a
with
fast
Kyle
truck. Really
Busch
doing a
in
nice job,
stage
showing a lot of
2.
patience. I haven't
Maybe
seen
that
any
is a
mistakes
sign.
whatsoever in practice.
You know?
In traffic.
I think he just was patient. Like you said, we talked about earlier how important it is to be patient and take care of your tires. There was no reason.
Maybe it is a sign, because hasn't the drivers that they've been embedded with in stage 2, like, haven't they been pretty good? Like, didn't Blaney win Pocono when they were embedded with him in stage 2? And, like,
After the restart, it's going to be easier for him to make those passes.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Jones there in the 66 doing
Either Pocono or Iowa, one of those. They were embedded with him in stage 2, and he won.
Connor's a part-time driver and dabbles in some other series as well. Never finished in the top 10, just outside the top 10, but trying to get it done here tonight as he has a battle with Tyler Ankrum, who's trying to take away that spot.
Drivers in the same strategy, both hit it on lap 73, so same number of laps on the tires for these two trucks.
As is the case for the truck just behind them. As you see the black truck, Zillich, he's on the same strategy as well.
So I mentioned that Connor Zillich made the announcement last week. He'll be racing for Junior Motorsports full-time next year. There'll be 4 Xfinity races coming up here in the next couple of months. He's got 4 more truck races planned. And if they can get some funding, they hope to race in the finale at Phoenix in the Truck Series. So
We'll run a handful of ARCA races. He's actually running for the championship in the ARCA Menards East Series. They have a couple of races to go. Those are combination races with the National Series. We've talked about the fact that we'll see him at Michigan next week in his first start ever on a big fast track.
I have a feeling his eyes are going to be wide open when he sees Michigan for the first time. Amanda, what are you hearing?
As you take a look at the 88, the 3-time NASCAR Craftsman Trucks champion of Matt Crafton knows that he has a win or bust to get into this playoff and to keep that streak alive, but it's not without effort tonight. He's told the team that the truck is simply too tight in the middle. As I'm driving this, I'm starting to get brake shake. And then moving on for a quick update on Tanner Gray. He came into this race hoping to defend an opportunity to race in his first playoff ever. His team is telling him, keep your eyes forward. The goal is to get around the 33 of Lawless Allen so we can put ourselves in that lucky dog position. They are trying to battle back and grind through it like Tanner said at the beginning of the race.
Wow, what a challenge it's been, though, for that truck with Gray. Just doesn't have anything he could work with. You see ahead of him there is Dean Thompson in the 5. That's the first truck he needs to get by. And then Allen. And hopefully he does all that before somebody else gets lapped.
Yeah, the problem is right now Garcia and Sawalich are only a couple seconds ahead of our leader as we have a great battle for the lead. And they're trying to grab it.
Lap traffic right ahead of them. What do? Christian Eck is trying to hang on to it. He goes to the outside. Grant Enfinger to the inside. Look at this battle. Grant Enfinger in the 9 truck trying to lead for the first time here tonight at Richmond. Meanwhile, Taylor Gray back there in the 7th.
Grant Enfinger coming for the lead.
He's trying to get a sniff. He says, you guys stay side by side. I want a piece of this action.
How about that? Lap 115. 3-way battle for the lead.
25 laps to go in stage number 2. Christian Eck has picked up stage 1. Grant Enfinger pick up stage 2. Truck's getting better as we run, guys.
Yeah, Schnecker slid really wide there. Enfinger is able to take advantage.
Brent Enfinger, new leader in Richmond.
With generative AI on AWS, companies are already transforming how they work to generate new ideas and turn experiments into reality. AWS is the easiest way to get up and running, so you can quickly build and scale generative AI with security built in. With generative AI on AWS, businesses can push the boundaries of innovation.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best the man could get
Is Gillette Labs.
May I have this dance?
Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good. Choose Advil Liquid Gels for faster, stronger, and longer-lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
This tiny home trend, not for me. Now this is more like it. The same goes for my footwear. So I went hands-free with wide-fit Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go without bending down or touching my shoes. Wide-fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, less work, more clean.
Pizza Hut just changed the combo game with the new My Hut Box. Starting at $6.99, it's the ultimate solo meal. Get a personal pan pizza or melts and your favorite side. Combo like you never comboed before. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing that keeps us focused.
A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out that self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and your mental health.
Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to the Craftsman Truck Series. Jamie Little, joined by Phil Parsons, Michael Waltrip, and Amanda Busick and Josh Sims on pit road. Some nice battles all over the place. This is the battle right here, heating up for 10. Connor Zillich
No,
has it.
don't tell me what to say. It's my words, my mouth, bitch.
Get by the 7 of Zillich, but it hasn't happened. Again, I think just incredible amount of patience.
See, because like whenever I tell you to say something, you never say
Had
it.
the penalty. Ooh, that little four-wheel slide by Zillich.
I would say there's a whole lot of four-wheel slide by Zillich and opened up the door there for Majeski to take advantage. He pounces to the bottom. I think he's going to get this spot.
What a great effort by Zillich. Obviously, only one truck race before, and that was on the road course, which is right in his wheelhouse. But how about this battle for the lead? Taylor Gray going to try to grab that lead on the inside.
Almost touched, so close. Taylor Gray to the point. Brent Enfinger settles in behind. I think he had a little trouble with Garcia in the 13 truck.
Yeah, Jake's trying to stay on the lead lap, too.
What a great job by Gray there. Though not only did he enter that corner very shallow underneath Enfinger, he was able to keep it on the bottom and then pounce on Garcia, and he's driving away. What a performance for the young Gray. Watch this.
So we are at halfway in the race right now.
Enfinger slows in momentum, but watch how nice and tight Taylor Gray's able to
Been
keep that 17
mostly green so far.
Advantage of the loss of momentum, as you talked about with a 9 of Enfinger, and keeps that thing right on the bottom as he gets in the corner really hard.
Yeah, he sped up. It looked like in the center of the corner.
Drive off.
As a racer, you know how difficult it is to enter a corner like that and just survive. prospered.
Oh, around goes Matt Crafton.
Caution comes out.
That's the caution.
Touches the wall right
He
at the
just tapped the wall. I don't even know if he has any damage. Probably not.
Scenario, Phil. Yeah. Late caution in this stage. I think they all pit again.
Time to get the field collected. It'll be about 10 to go in this stage.
Crafton, you see a little damage on the left front right there, the fender area, running 14th at the time of the spin. Let's see what happened here.
Don't mess this truck up too badly. Looks like he just tried to dive in the corner and maybe got loose on entry. Is that what you see, Phil?
That's what it looks like. Trying to get inside of Honeycutt, I think.
Malachi, what's your favorite baseball team?
Yeah, Honeycutt gave him room. He had room down on the bottom. He probably had been working him for a number of laps and thought he had a good shot at maybe getting by, but unfortunately it didn't work for him. But as you mentioned, I don't think there's a great deal of damage to that Menards truck.
See a little bit of tire rub there on the right front Goodyear tire, probably started the spin.
Matt stayed on the lead lap.
Absolutely no room. This is sideways all the way down.
Let's just fix our truck and go back at it. Still on the lead lap, as you said, Phil. Sometimes when you're behind the wheel, it looks a little bit different to you than it does to us looking on from replays. Looked like there was room to the bottom for Matt, but maybe he thought he got squeezed on entry a bit.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying, is why does that truck have to drive down on my door? So I think he's talking about Honeycutt maybe not giving him quite enough room, or the room he needed.
Saw Jared Prince on the pit box, the crew chief for Matt Crafton, getting a look from our cameras exactly how much damage he's working with. Pit road is open, and here they come. Amanda.
Yeah, Jamie, I wish you could have seen the way that the teams jumped up at the side of that caution. One of those teams was the 99 of Ben Rhodes. He said he's been having trouble rotating the center and wants to be better on exit. It will be a couple of adjustments and 4 tires for Rhodes. Josh?
For the 43 of Daniel Dye, he said that truck is just a tick too tight in the center. He said make a slight adjustment and I'll be really happy with this thing. For Lane Riggs in the 38, he said this thing is just way too tight. So tight it feels like the right front is going down. Otherwise, the team told him we're still running some of the fastest laps. They just need to get that truck dialed in for us.
I think it was an old serve off of pit road.
There's the damage that we talked about for Crafton. They're going to tune on that left front a bit.
It doesn't hardly look like damage anymore, does it?
It's nice work by Jeff Stankiewicz and the 9 team, hanging on to the lead for Grant Enfinger.
Some people are saving the environment by separating their recyclable trash. Still, others by driving electric vehicles. And then, there are those extraordinary few who save the environment by actually saving the environment. If you're interested in making a real difference, consider working in field services at Clean Harbors. You could be an actual frontline fighter, making the environment safer for your neighbors and for your family. Look, it's not a job for everyone. It's hard, dirty work, and every situation is different. You need to be able to think on your feet, solving problems as they present themselves. We deploy industry-leading equipment and training with best practice safety protocols and procedures to make sure every job is a safe job. But we need people who feel called to do something extraordinary. If you feel up to the challenge, apply now and be extraordinary.
Ultimate balance. Goes on fast, stays ceramic strong. Low-tech easy, high-tech results. Carnuba Heart, super hydrophobic sole. Lasting beam-boosting shine.
Meet Ultimate Hybrid, advanced ceramic and wax technology, the best of both worlds, but better. Only from Mothers.
I was drowning in debt.
I had over $36,000 in debt.
If I would have just made the minimum payments, it would have taken me 59 years to pay off.
National Debt Relief can significantly reduce the amount you owe.
National Debt Relief reduced my debt by over $27,000.
With National Debt Relief, you have a powerful team that knows how to talk to your creditors.
National Debt Relief, they got me out of debt. Call or visit nationaldebtrelief.com to get started.
An experienced QPC eater knows you should never let the ketchup that falls from the hot and juicy burger go to waste.
The world is in constant motion, and you have places to go. Enterprise has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get just the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Welcome back to Richmond Raceway. Ty Dillon shown as the leader. First three truckers stayed out. Grant Enfinger actually gained a spot on pit road over Taylor Gray, who was leading. It's open.
Three trucks stayed on the racetrack, and I think it's going to be very similar to
So we're going to have 6 to go on the stage when we go back green. You're a Blue Jays fan?
And it's getting ready to happen right in turn one. This is how slow.
Who's your basketball team?
Turn one lead is going to be a mess.
Ty Dillon, Stuart Friesen, right behind.
Woo! Damn, man. Oh, they were going to wreck right there.
Here comes Grant Enfinger.
Holy shit.
Excuse me, coming through to the lead.
The intensity.
I did not understand those three trucks staying out. There's absolutely nothing to gain there and a whole lot to lose, and that's what they're doing right now, losing it.
Yeah, without a doubt, will not stay up in the top 10. We know Stuart Friesen was one of those trucks. He desperately needs stage points, but it's not going to work because he's going to get passed by most of these trucks that stopped and got tires.
Look at Taylor Gray. He's getting gobbled up. He keeps falling. He's back in the 12th spot.
Oh, just tirelessly squeezing out of a hole.
A tight spot right there he was able to emerge from.
Look how well that truck cuts to the bottom, though. Nice turn there.
Stuart Friesen on the outside, one of those that stayed out. He continues to fall.
There's Majeski there, that blue and silver, number 98.
Give a shout out to that yellow truck up ahead there. That's Connor Hall. He's in the top 10, doing a nice job.
I don't know what dusty crop hopper is, but I know what crop dusting is.
Years old. Virginia native, by the way. This must be fun for him and his family.
It'll be interesting to see what Christian Eckes has. We saw him fading there prior to that caution. See if they made an adjustment that'll help that 19 truck.
Taylor Gray trying to get around on the outside. That orange black number 17. That's Nick Sanchez. The two to his inside.
A couple of Connors there side by side. We got Connors and Masons.
2 laps to go in stage number 2. It's a battle for those extra points. Connor Jones.
That was a dive, wasn't it?
It was.
There comes Majeski. He's going to work over the back of that 91 truck.
Battle for 12, just outside the top 10. The top 10 get points.
All right, so Grant Enfinger wins the stage.
Got stage 1. Grant Enfinger, who pitted, got those fresh tires.
Am I fucking high or something? There he is. All right.
Trying to grab that.
And here he comes out of turn 4.
Grant Enfinger wins stage 2 at Richmond.
Stage 2. Enfinger's first stage win since Milwaukee last year.
Wow.
That's awesome. There he is, Grant Enfinger. The truck to beat right now. Can he hang on and get the victory? The first one of the season.
From moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
When you see what it's really like when our skin touches wool, you see why we need Downy Free and Gentle with no perfumes or dyes. It not only makes your clothes softer, it is gentle on your skin. It breathes life into your laundry.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, less work, more clean.
1 in 3 pet parents has used their pet's name as their password.
System hack. System hack. System hack.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way to show your love.
Here we are driving down the road, and all of a sudden, bam! There's a crack in our windshield. You know what we can do now, though, right? Go to safelight.com. And we're good to go.
Hey guys, I'll be replacing the windshield for you.
Can we go in there with you?
New cars come with cameras that can control your automatic braking systems and lane departures, which you do need to get recalibrated when you get your windshield replaced.
When you get a crack in your windshield, there's only one choice. Safe Light Repair! Safe Light Replace!
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Introducing new Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical pain reliever with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact to target tough pain at the source for up to 8 hours of powerful relief. New Advil Targeted Relief.
If your answer to the summer heat is let it rain, we're looking for you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
You demand the most out of your footwear, like safety toe protection, electrical hazard protection, waterproof oil and slip-resistant rubber outsoles, and Skechers Air memory foam for all-day comfort. Keep dry, comfortable, and protected with Skechers footwear.
Just like that, 2 stages in the books from Richmond Raceway. You see the stage points earned tonight. Christian Eckes, 19, all the way down to Tyler Ankrum, who's already locked in with 3 points.
Yeah, 12 points for Ben Rhodes, that's big. Daniel died with...
Oh no.
Number 3, the last stage of the regular season is coming up next.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Have you always had trouble losing weight and keeping it off? Same.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
In the marching on to the beat I drum.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
Wegovy.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
Wegovy helps you lose weight and keep it off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only FDA-approved weight management medicine that's proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events in adults with known heart disease and with either obesity or overweight.
Wegovy shouldn't be used with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines. Don't take Wegovy if you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if allergic to it. Stop Wegovy and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may happen, including pancreatitis and gallbladder problems. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes, or if you feel your heart racing while at rest. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Call your provider right away if you have any mental changes. Common side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
And I'm lowering my CV risk.
That's the power of Wegovy.
Check your cost and coverage before talking to your healthcare professional about Wegovy.
It doesn't matter how many times I'm right, you'll still argue with me. This is The Herd.
For a limited time, get a large OIP cheese pizza and 10 of our famous char-grilled wings, always cooked to order, for just $23.99. That's a smoking hot deal. Call or order online at myoip.com. OIP, flame smoking good.
All you can eat riblet shrimp and boneless wings are back for just $15.99 at Applebee's.
If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with no deductible. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Three-quarter mile racetrack.
From a driver's standpoint, I got to believe the pressure's on. And more racing at Richmond. Let's go, baby.
These guys are racing for their playoff lives.
Welcome back to Richmond Raceway. The question is, who can clinch their spot, their ticket into the playoffs? 2 spots remain as they sit. Take a look at the bubble. Who's on the outside looking in and who is in as of right now? It's quite interesting how things are shaking out. You see Daniel Dye plus 25, Tanner Gray minus 25. And guys, he just got the free pass. He's back on the lead.
He has a chance.
And that got Daniel Dye's attention.
Yes,
it was like, oh, he's back in the game. Let's make sure we square off and go straight up against him.
Let's hear from crew chief Josh.
Dylan Capello, the crew chief of the 38 team. You got Lane Riggs in position in 4th. What's it going to take to bring this home, get the win you need to make the postseason?
Yeah, I think we're just going to, hope that this last adjustment helps the truck on the long run. And I think we can run with these guys for sure. Lane's done a really good job, just starting to put these races together. And he's really, coming into his form that we know he can do at the beginning of the season. So, loves RV stop. F-150 has been really good. And just trying to keep it up here, maybe get off strategy at the end and see what happens. So, doing good.
Amanda?
Yeah, Josh, it's not official yet, but a great night for Ben Rhodes so far. His crew chief Doug Randolph just told me it's been hectic. How to plan has this race gone for you guys so far?
Well, Ben's doing a great job out there in the Nashville Stampede Ford. We got to be a little conservative here and play it smart. Obviously, we could have a new winner. We're just trying to finish this off and make sure we get in the playoffs.
Thank you, guys. Good luck.
I love what he said. He knows it.
Yeah.
We know it. There could be a new winner. We also have heard about strategy. We talked about how the first 2 stages would be pretty straightforward. This is going to be all but that. These guys are going to try to pull some strategy, hit sooner than the rest, later than the rest, try to catch a caution. We're going to see a little bit of everything in this final stage.
We're going to restart with about 101 laps to go. Look for pit stops under green if we stay green in about 50 laps.
All right, Christian Eckes on the inside. Grant Enfinger on the outside lane.
Green flag.
His crew chief right there in the 38 truck with a big push to Grant Enfinger. They're fanning out. Is that the 11 of Corey Heim trying to make it 3 wide?
Ooh, there wasn't quite enough room. There was a little bit of contact between he and the 43 of Daniel Dye.
Man, Daniel took a chance there by squeezing down on Corey that hard, but both of them got away with it, and Corey wound up with a spot.
Oh, they're wrecking behind us. Dean Thompson.
Oh, big crash. Oh, man. That was a multi-car crash. 3-4 cars involved there.
Is that Keith McGee?
That might needs to get off the road. He's losing a lot of fluid there.
Yeah,
Should have hooked it down pit road. Keith McGee with issues there. Dean Thompson was the first one I saw go around. We'll catch a replay and see what exactly went down. But we've seen how crazy it is back there in the pack.
I was back in 28th, 29th, 30th positions. Safety clean truck was beautiful.
Mason Massey also with a lot of damage. There's that 5 of Dean Thompson.
Couldn't tell how much damage he really had.
I think Thad probably lost full pressure and had to stop. Watch the 25 truck. Right side of your screen, that white truck.
Way down low is Todd Dillon, and he gets hit by Chase Purdy, and that knocks him into the back of Dean Thompson, and around Dean goes.
Well, I don't know how one of these drivers missed that. Stefan did a really nice job in that 75 truck to avoid that.
Matt Crafton sneaks through as well. Watch this mess back there. Oh, right in front of those guys.
The 45 truck right there just gets through. I don't think he got a scratch on him. Caden Honeycutt.
Matt Crafton did a great job. He actually stopped. This is when Tanner Gray's on board. Turn down. Great job by the spotter. Low, turn down. That's exactly what Tanner did, and he missed it.
Got back on the lead lap. Now he misses this big crash. He's got to be feeling refreshed here late in the going. See Jake Garcia cuts hard low as well.
So the 5th time that the caution has been out tonight. It's Thad Moffitt needs a little help to get off the racetrack. Bring him back to the garage.
Keith McGee getting out. I don't think that changes our strategy. Nobody's going to stop here, and that's just going to prolong it. Okay, however many laps are left in this race, and once we restart, then cut that in half, and that's when we'll start seeing pit stops, I think.
And maybe even a little bit before that is a possibility, but then also you got to think of a guy, say you're Tanner Gray, you might try to stretch that out and just keep going. You know you don't have a chance to win the race or to point your way in if you do what everybody else does. Do something different, take a chance.
Grant Enfinger continues to lead here as we're under caution for the 5th time from Richmond Raceway.
I think I found them.
Really?
Making your dog your ring bearer is one way to show your love.
Car park.
It's just a car park, look at it.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex Disc contours to it, so the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best the man can get is
Gillette Labs.
What causes a curve down there? Can it be treated?
Stop typing and start talking. It could be a medical condition called Peyronie's disease or PD, and it could be treated without surgery. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
At Domino's, we know there's a lot of pressure to tip these days.
Great set, bro. Now take a look at the screen real quick.
Which is why we want to say,
Thanks for the tip.
by tipping you back. Tip your driver $3 or more online and we'll tip you $3 to use on next week's order.
Super Bowls aren't given, they're taken. It's life, man, lifestyle. It's all about how you respond. Brock Purdy and the 49ers begin their road back against the Saints. Touchdown! Preseason football, August 18th on Fox.
More Democrats, more independents, and more Republicans. Watch Fox News than any other news network. The Democratic National Convention on Fox News. America is watching.
I doubt that's true.
Are you?
The Toyota National Sales Event is on at Burdick Toyota. It's where you can lease a new 24 Toyota Tacoma SR5, now $489 a month for 36 months. See Burdick Toyota or shop burdicktoyota.com.
A promise is a trust not to be broken. Whether spoken with an oath
Do solemnly swear.
It's your first day. You know I got your back, right?
or sealed with a pinky. In 1922, a group of soldiers launched USAA with a promise to take care of their own. And after 100 years, we're still taking care of the military community and their families. That's our mission. Always.
Toyota National Sales Event is on at Burdick Toyota. It's where you can get 1.99 for 48 months financing on your new 24 Toyota Tundra, plus 1,000 TFS subvention cash. Shop Burdick Toyota in Cicero.
What causes a curve down there? Who can treat this?
Stop typing, start talking. It could be a medical condition called Peyronie's disease or PD. You're not alone. There is hope. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose and treat PD. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
Friday night on Fox, the baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time for WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Don't miss network television's biggest spectacle. That's live 8, 7 Central on Fox.
That's some good action right there. You know who I think would make a good WWE fighter?
Who?
Taylor Gray.
Yes, he would.
He's a big fella.
He is strong. And he's been strong tonight.
If he's thinking about that, if he ever watches WWE. Or you better stay on the subject.
Yeah.
You congratulate him for moving on.
Okay. Hey, Taylor Gray, Phil Parsons in the Fox team. You got a
Hey, Phil, gotcha.
Buddy, you guys have done a great job tonight. Find yourself now in the 10th spot, but that truck's been fast. Been up in the top three most of the night. Congratulations on making your first playoff here and your first full season in the Craftsman Truck Series. How about for the finish of this thing?
Yeah, Phil, Jeff probably a really fast JBL Toyota Security Pro. Just going to execute on it here. Had a bad restart there. Just struggle with people on tires there. Just going to have to fight our way out of this little hole that we put ourselves in. But, you know, I got a lot of confidence in my Tricon Garage guys and, you know, just have a really fast truck. So just going to let everything play out. Just execute all that long.
Sounds good. How about we ask your crew chief? We have him on camera, Jeff Hensley. Hey, buddy, great job here getting this truck in the playoffs. You guys have been solid all year long. What are you thinking about the rest of this thing?
Well, I mean, we'll see how this shakes out. I mean, I think we got a top 3 truck. I don't know if we got a winning truck or not, but I think we got a top 3 truck. The longer it runs over the green, the better off we are. It seems like every time we get ready to take the lead on the stage, the caution comes out. So it's not me first to win the stage tonight, but Taylor's doing a heck of a job taking care of the tires. Guys prepared an excellent JBL Toyota. We'll just see what happens. We've already done what we come to do, and now we'll just see if we can't transfer on the owner points and maybe get us a win here tonight.
All right, buddy, we talked earlier in the day about what would happen here if we get green flag running here in this third stage. If we go green from here, when are you going to stop, Jeff?
Oh, I don't know. We're just going to play that by ear and see what happens.
I don't. Play it close to the vest. I got you. I can see you smiling, too. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't have any idea what he's going to do.
He's telling you he's not going to take any of the questions.
Yeah.
Well, let's listen to the older brother, what he's thinking. Here's Tanner.
Just hanging over, I've seen the Jeff and Grant have this same kind of deal here. Caution comes out about 180. They put tires on, nobody else does, and they drive and win this thing. So I'm not giving up. Yeah, come forward.
We talked about it.
What's the fuel run again?
You can't flip things around. When other drivers make a pit stop and you don't stay out, it's going to be interesting.
Tanner Gray minus 8 points right now to the bubble, shown back there in the 20th spot.
I know you know Hensley really well.
90 to 100 laps, so yeah, they'll probably be good. Well, no, because when did they last pit? Well, they probably pitted like within the last 10 laps, so yeah, they're good.
Dean Thompson, that was a hard hit. They were just getting up to speed into turn 1, and around they all went. Turn 3 by that time, I guess, after the restart. Hard impact for him.
Still cleaning this track up. We saw that 46 truck with Thad Moffitt down on the inside, and the safety crew trying to get that thing hooked up. It's been a lengthy caution, and drivers I don't think mind that much right now, Phil, because we see how much these tires fall off. They're not going to fall off during caution, so they're going to have fresher stuff as we race into the night.
And it's amazing how much of a better job that their track crews do on getting these racetracks cleaned up. Back in the day, it would be up to us drivers to blow the speedy dry off. Now they blow it off, vacuum it up, and the track is great when they go back racing.
All right, guys, so we've got about 90 or so laps to go. And then we won't be talking about the cutoff line because we are going playoff racing. 7 stops next up, Milwaukee Mile on August 25th.
What a great 3-race round here. I love the diversity of these 3 racetracks.
Yeah, Milwaukee Mile is a mile, as it says in the name. I guess you figured that out. But it races like a short track. You slip and slide, and it's a flat racetrack. So that'll be a challenge in the high banks of Bristol. I always love going to Bristol.
Going to race around that baseball field.
That's right.
And we'll go out west a little bit to Kansas Speedway.
What a
Gonna race around that baseball field.
From the apron to the wall and all everywhere in between.
What a great better and better, doesn't it?
It does.
So 10 drivers, 7 races make up the playoffs for the Truck Series.
We'll wind up in Phoenix, Arizona.
So there's some breaks. If you do the math, they've got some breaks. Just the nice part for these teams in this series. They get a little breather. They can work on their trucks, set up for the next round. Uh-oh.
We're going to have those 3 races, and then we're going to drop off 2 of those 10 playoff drivers. And then we'll have 8 for another round of 3 before we decide who's going to Phoenix to race for the championship.
We're working on the lineup right now, so Lawless Allen just waiting for that. So he can shuffle in line.
Oh, he's just waiting to get in line.
Lawless Allen thought he was a free pass. NASCAR has now rescinded that pass to him, and they gave it to Chase Purdy. He'll go back on the lead lap. Stephen Parsons will be in the 25th position in his 75 truck. He'll be the next guy in line to get a free pass if the caution were to fall quickly after this restart.
And we're talking about the fact that we're not anticipating caution, but we certainly didn't anticipate that caution as well. But normally, if we're going to get a caution, it's probably going to be right after a restart, as we saw with 4 or 5 wide racing there.
We saw a big squeeze by this guy. Daniel Nye really taking Corey Heim down low. Luckily, they all got through there, but then when we got down to turn 3, wasn't so lucky to make it.
I think Corey gave him a break, gave him a little bit extra room, getting down in turn number 1.
Mentioned the extended caution. We had a lot of fluid from Thad Moffitt, the 5 of Dean Thompson. You saw him getting hooked up and getting help back to the garage.
Yeah, no reason to waste as many laps though. Could have stopped it.
Water in that truck, but I guess it didn't work out.
Well, as they continue this cleanup, we'll step aside and we'll drop the green flag on the backside. We're live from Richmond Raceway.
Smile, you found it. The feeling of finding psoriasis can't filter out the real you. So go ahead, live unfiltered with the one and only Sotyktu, a once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis and the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding you're so ready for your close-up, or finding you don't have to hide your skin, just your background. Once daily Sotyktu was proven better, getting more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. There's only one Sotyktu, so ask for it by name. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
This hot, delicious KFC meal is just $4.99 all day, every day. Good luck finding a deal this juicy anywhere else.
Son of a bucket, it's a good deal.
Yeah, it's.
They already got
really
Zach Eady in ads.
Choose Advil Liquid Gel.
He hasn't even played an
for
NBA
faster,
game yet.
Stronger,
He's already in
and
ads.
longer lasting relief than Tylenol Rapid Release Gels. Because Advil targets pain at the source of inflammation. So for faster pain relief, Advil, the pain away.
Ow. May I have this pants? Your stomach and brain together at last. When delicious meets nutritious, it's all kinds of good.
The world is in constant motion, and you have places to go. Enterprise has more vehicles and locations than anyone, so you can get just the kind of vehicle you need, when and where you need it. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, less work, more clean.
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Welcome back to Richmond Raceway for the final race of the regular season. 85 laps to go. Got 5 different leaders tonight. Christian Eckes has led the most with 64. Grant Enfinger in that 9 truck has come on strong. Beautiful paint scheme. He is the leader with the 19 of Christian Eckes, stage 1 winner to the inside. The cleanup from the latest caution is
Green
complete.
flag.
Green flag back in the air. Great restart for the 9 and Grant Enfinger. Eckes slides back. Corey Heim to
Jesus
the inside,
Christ.
making it 4 wide once again. Look at Ben Rhodes. This is the highest we've seen him run all night.
Talk all the time about how the further we get into the race, the more aggressive these drivers get. We've already seen 4 wide. How much more aggressive can they get?
The second time, Corey's been squeezed down getting in turn 1 on a restart. Raja's made his way up into the top 10 for the first time tonight, battling with Corey Heim for the 6th spot.
Ruth with a really solid season. 8 top 10s. By the way, this is his home track. Grew up in Washington, D.C., not too far up the road.
Caution.
And the caution is out. Once again, Wallace Allen.
Wallace Allen's
But
around.
he gets it rolling.
Break from Stephen Parsons. I mentioned earlier he was running in the free spot position, and he got that quick caution he needed to get back on the lead lap.
Big break there.
We just gotta know, Phil, it's just going to get worse. They're just going to push harder and harder. We've seen a lot of blocks thrown, and you're liable to take those blocks a little bit better early in the going than you are late.
So Ty Majeski in the 10th spot, 98, after that pit road penalty earlier. There's a replay of the most recent incident. There's the 33. Lawless Allen just misses the 88.
He had the back tires fired up, trying to keep it pointed in the right direction. Did a nice job of keeping it out of that inside wall.
So pits are open. We mentioned Stephen Parsons, the free pass.
I don't think we see anything on pit road that matters. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think we're probably 30 laps short of somebody thinking about coming to pit road. I think if we get a caution in 30 laps, then everybody comes to pit road. Again, but that may be a good time for someone to gamble.
Yeah, every gambler knows the secret to surviving.
And maybe that's exactly what Matt Crafton is doing right now.
Amanda, it's coming your way.
Bill, you're exactly on it. It is going to be a gamble by this team. They were talking this strategy even before the last time when Matt Crafton had got caught up in that issue on track. They were curious if the tires had been flat spotted. Matt said that they were fine, but Jared Prince decided to bring this truck in. Let's put some stickers on it to have those scrubs to the end, guys.
Yeah, this race goes green, and that's going to be a huge advantage for Matt Crafton. Connor Zilish also made his way to pit road as well, so I think it's a good gamble by these teams that came to pit road. And they always have the option of putting the tires back on that they took off. Obviously, that was the last set of new tires that these teams put on. Connor Zilish right there in the 7, as well as Matt Crafton. But again, they have those tires that don't have a lot of laps on them that they would be able to put on later on.
Here's that set of tires that came off Matt Crafton, Amanda mentioned. Save those for later, clean them off a little bit in case they need them.
It'll be at a disadvantage, though, against new tires, but it won't be like they'll have 60, 70 laps on them when all the other teams put new tires on.
Yeah, we have very few green flag laps on these tires. So I get it. You know, you want to fix it up, do something different, but I don't know about that.
Well, next Saturday, it's Baseball Night in America on Fox. It's Showtime. Shohei Ohtani leads the Dodgers against Paul Goldschmidt and the Cardinals. Or it's a battle of division leaders as the Guardians take on the Brewers. It all begins next Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check for the game in your area. Again, I've talked more baseball the last 2 days than I ever have. Exciting times.
Who would have ever thought MLB at Bristol Motor Speedway?
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you, Chipper Jones, champion baseball player. I mean, just a standout. I mean, people like me that don't watch baseball all the time know Chipper Jones.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to interview him yesterday at the big announcement at Bristol Motor Speedway. He was so pumped up, checking out everything. Then he got to ride around the track. So Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain were giving some lap rides.
That's
so
cool.
his eyeballs were huge. See the speedy dry going down on the racetrack. So we're going to step aside, but we will be back and we'll drop that green flag, hopefully more laps this time.
For moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Across North America, Clean Harbors is leading the way in environmental protection and sustainability. We're looking for extraordinary individuals to join our mission. Our team members are the backbone of our success. Their dedication and passion ensure a cleaner, greener future for all of us. Join Clean Harbors and be part of something bigger.
Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, less work, more clean.
What's up at DQ? Oh, just the best deal ever! A $7 bacon cheeseburger meal deal. Bacon cheeseburger, fries, drink, and a sundae. No time to be modest. It's all full size for just $7. Right now, DQ. Happy tastes good.
Sir,
Who are you?
I'm your inner child. Get in. Listen, horsepower keeps you going, but torque gets you going. Oh, now we're torquing.
The Dodge Hornet R2, the totally torqued out crossover. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, where we're under caution for the 6th time this evening. About 75 laps to go here. Let's get some updates from pit road. Josh, you're up first.
And down here with Blake Bainbridge, the crew chief of the 43 team. Daniel Dye right now has himself in position to make the postseason. Still a lot of racing left, so what are you telling your driver about finishing this thing off?
Yeah, he's in a really good spot right now with our truck. He's really happy with it. You know, we just got to maintain track position here, and as the caution laps run here, we're just trying to figure out what to do. Have another set of tires sitting here to see what the cautions do, but I'm really proud of this team tonight. They have fought really hard. He has fought really hard. Like I said, his restarts are impeccable. He's just doing good, man, and we're just got our fingers crossed here, and hopefully we get this spot.
43 team in good position right now, Amanda.
Yeah, and Josh and Jeremy, we've been listening to you all race long, keeping Tanner mentally inside of this.
We've gone
process.
5 minutes of
With
racing
this
in the last 42
part
minutes.
Of this race, how can you continue to dig out?
I mean, anything's possible at this point. We fought really hard there. Got the lucky dog, you know, got back on the lead line. You know, scratched and clawed our way back up to 18. So, I mean, anything's possible, you know, if he gets caught up in a wreck or there's more cautions and we put tires on at the right time. So, I mean, whatever's meant to be will be at this point. We scratched and clawed a lot of our season. We've been behind like that early in the race, and we found a way to manufacture a finish. So, nothing says we can't do it right here as well.
As Tanner said at the beginning of the race, they are going to grind it out tonight. That's exactly what this team has done, guys.
Yeah, well said by Jeremy Dunley as crew chief. As you see it there on the left side of your screen, 17 points below that cut line for Tanner Gray. So a lot of racing, guys, still to go. I mean, a couple more laps under caution. You're looking at maybe 71, 72 laps to go.
And that really gets us into one, though, that maybe, as we see the shoes going on right now, maybe...
All right, getting one to green.
Remember, Tom Majeski ran the entire stage caution-free last year and got past with 4 laps to go. But we only have 74 laps to go, and what we've had, maybe 5 to 10 green flag laps. I don't see these drivers pitting under green because we've run so many caution laps, and now we're so close to the end of the race.
And before the race started, they betted they would pit under green in this final stage. Now that's out. I don't have no view, Phil. I don't think that's part of the plan anymore. Just too few of laps to go to make all that distance up.
This race has been a little bit different than the last couple of races here at Richmond.
And it has a chance to get a little bit different yet with these
Yes,
with this very next restart. We've seen how crazy this gets. Remember Crafton and Zilich back there outside the top 20 on those fresher tires. We'll see how that plays out as we run toward the checkered.
So to recap, Christian Eckes has led the most laps
Alrighty.
tonight, 64. He won
Going
stage
back
1.
green.
Britt Enfinger won stage 2. Enfinger, your leader right now. Shows the outside once again. See him standing out every single time that 11 truck tries to make it work. Look at Ben Rhodes taking a peek, trying to lead here for the first time tonight, side by side with Grant Enfinger.
Trucks bouncing off the wall. Looked like 2, 3, maybe 4 trucks got into the wall off of turn 2.
I think that was Taylor Gray that JBL number 17. You can see the Goodyear's rubbed off his tires. He hit the wall off too.
Raja Karuth on the move. As Ty Majeski, the 98, gets around him, picks up another spot for Ty, goes into 7th.
Daniel looking low on Raja. Here comes Lane Riggs in that yellow truck.
Give underneath the 99 of Ben Rhodes. That's a battle for the 3rd spot.
Lane's just been getting better and better all night long.
Remember, for a win and you're in. He's a full-time driver, Lane Riggs. If he could get up there and win this thing, there they are in the playoffs.
We talk about the bubble, all around the bubble, the guys above the bubble, below the bubble, but as you mentioned, well, there's 17 or 18 drivers that below the bubble that are eligible to go and make it to playoffs if they can get to victory lane.
7 at Connor Zillage had a restart violation.
It's going to mess up that strategy by
Oh,
those new tires.
66 is in trouble.
Yeah.
That could be a caution.
Not sure he's stay green for now, but I don't think
He stays
No,
on
that's
the
gonna
racetrack.
be a
He's not gonna
caution.
make it around unless he makes the hard left-hand turn here when he gets to the end of the road.
Will
Nope,
they make it? Here comes the
that's
leaders. They're going to stay green.
Hmm?
They'll stay on the bottom.
but that's not gonna be able to stay. Yeah, there you
And
go.
now the caution wave. 7th time tonight.
they will never chance to get that thing fired up, but it didn't happen for Connor.
So Connor Jones in the 66 brings out the caution.
Obviously, down on power, couldn't make it.
Should be a break for Zillich, right?
Yeah, I think he stayed on the lead lap.
Well, the first part of this race was cool, calm, and collected, and now it's just a shit show.
We can see what happened.
You can't pass, you can't pull out a line until you're across the start-finish line. Is the rule.
There he is.
There he is, diving down. Must have been something we couldn't see because he was down there, but probably started there a little bit prematurely.
Yeah, you have to stay in line till you get past the start-finish line. And with those new tires, he probably had such a had a steam going.
I think he had a smile on his face too, with all the grip he felt when he matted the gas on that 7 truck. And you see him pushing the 66 back toward pit road.
Yeah, the caution that came out just before the end of stage 2.
Racing development.
And then we went back to green with a few laps to go in stage 2. That was 46 minutes ago.
Reese and Laura Hull.
And that was only the third caution of the
there
night.
today, big part of the development of Connor Zillage getting
Now
into
we've had a
this
bunch.
It seems like every time we talk about Connor Zillage, we talk about William Wallace. I'll be darned, right there he is again. It's kind of like Corey Heim and Christian Eckes.
Corey Heim's trying to make something work every single restart. Trying to jump to the inside and make some hay.
Been 5. They've been like long.
Will anybody pick here?
I think it's not going to help, but if you
Wait, no,
want
there's
to,
been 7.
Go for it. Corey Heim hadn't had a great truck.
Yeah, I was like 5 doesn't sound right. It's 7 now.
Roger's with them as well.
These drivers thinking maybe that
And they've all been long.
They'll get another caution flag.
Josh?
As you're looking at Corey Heim get a little adjustments on his truck, getting those 4 tires. He was honest earlier today in a conversation and saying the short tracks just really haven't been my thing. Neither has this place, but he's just hoping that he can get the truck to fire off better, Josh.
For Rajak Baruth, that was his best run of the day. Had himself battling inside the top 10. They elected to come down to fuel up and get those 4 tires.
We'll see what the fresh tires do this time. We have about 64 laps to go.
We've only had about 15 green flag laps since lap 30 when Enfinger and Eckes.
Yeah, it was about an
both of
hour
our
and
trucks
or
running
about
over
like a
the
minute
top
and 45
10
second.
And I would venture to guess half
green
those
flag
laps
run.
still of the 15 weren't up to speed.
Maybe,
There
maybe
was-
half of a lap.
That's
speed.
exactly what I'm saying. So 7, 8 laps, probably at the most. So, you know, if you need an adjustment, I think we saw him working on the left rear of a couple of those trucks. Maybe you just need that adjustment. You think this is a great time to get it and see what happens.
Again, if you're Corey Heim said, I can't win the race. I'm not good enough to win the race like it is now. Let's try to mix it up a little bit. He's in a great position with 5 wins already this year. Let's mix it up. Maybe I'll catch people. We'll have a little bit fresher tires, and maybe it's going to work. Talked about Zillich. It'll be the tail end of the field for this restart because of that penalty for moving out of line on the restart.
Caught a real break because of that caution flying. Here you see Tanner Gray. He's currently 21st, but he took advantage of pitting. But if I'm him, I'm going to do just the opposite of what Daniel Dye does and try to make sure that I'm on a different page. And he's got so much groundwork to make up.
Yeah, Daniel Dye right now, last pitted on lap number 130. So even though we haven't that many green flag laps, I think he's gambling that possibly we won't get another caution flag. And we certainly have seen this racetrack provide a lot of racing without caution flags. We haven't seen that tonight, though.
So you look at the cutoff right there, Daniel Dye, 21 to the good. In 8 years of the playoffs, the cut line has never changed in the final race. And if it stays as it is now, that'll be the first time somebody has raced their way in below the cut line.
There's the 43 of Daniel Dye. Restart. Running 8th, but I think I saw him take the bottom line.
They gave up a row, I think, to take that bottom line. This is going to be inside row number 5.
There's a lot of squeezing going on in that bottom line. Big old Toyota Tundra.
Tanner Gray would have to finish 9 spots ahead of Dye for the final spot. And he's Dye is running in 8th, and Gray is running in 20th.
Taylor Gray is our lead Toyota right now, running in the 7th spot. That 17 truck on the inside row 4.
Green flag.
Here we go once again. Brandon Finger to the outside. Krishnekas on the inside. What can they do this time around? Getting a little squirrely behind him. That's Lane Riggs. 3-4 wide. Somebody's sideways back there.
Look at Corey Heim taking advantage of those new tires. Made it 4 wide. Down to 1 and 2.
Look at that mess.
There's Corey again moving around the 17 of Taylor Gray.
Oh, and there's a squeeze play. Jake Garcia into the side of Connor Hall, I think that was.
Yeah, those new tires seem to be working for Corey Heim, that 11 truck. Make his way to the outside of Stuart Friesen, not going to have room there. That's Majeski that he's going by.
Friesen in the 6th spot. Here comes Corey Heim on the outside. Picks up the spot, moves past Friesen.
Friesen hanging tough on the bottom.
So far, I'm liking this move by Scott Zipadelli to put tires on that 11 truck.
He hasn't had a great truck all day long. In practice, he wasn't great. Watch this squeeze play. Look at that, 4 wide on turn 4. Are you kidding me?
Hall does a nice job using all the room he had on the left to keep him making hard contact with the outside, but just barely scraped the outside wall.
Jeski's now working over Stuart Friesen on the bottom of the racetrack. Lane Riggs just ahead.
25, Ty Dillon right behind him in the Brackley truck.
Top 10 run for Ty, good run.
Daniel Dye has given up a few spots. He's in 10th now. Meanwhile, Tanner Gray trying to move his way forward back in 16th.
Whoa, a little shoving there. Jeski got into the left rear quarter of the 38 of Lane Riggs.
I think Jeski's finally gone to the whips.
Time to go.
Brandon Finger with about a 2.5-second lead over Ben Rhodes. We're going to step aside. You won't miss a thing as we go side by side.
I'm lucky. I found the one thing that I was put on this earth to do. And every day, as I inch one step closer to my vision, it reminds me that making it in life is all about the making.
At Ram, our calling is to build trucks. So when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from answering it.
Right now, during the Ram Make This the Summer event, get $3,000 cash allowance on the purchase of most 2025 Ram 1500 trucks. See your local Ram dealer today.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Try the Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. Our cleaning pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips that absorb and lock dirt away. And it has a 360-degree swivel head that goes places a regular mop just can't. So you can clean your home faster than ever. Don't mop harder. Lop smarter with the Swiffer Power Lock.
Subway's offering 20% off any sub, any size. Woo! 20% off subs is fun to see. 20% off subs are fun to eat. You'll love 20% off subs. The point is, any sub, any size. 20% off at Subway.
Deep in the heart of racing country lies a track too tough to take. The perfect setting for the late season drama of the Southern 500.
Lane gets the launch.
One last chance to make a playoff push. One last chance to catch regular season racing. One last chance to plan a Labor Day weekend worth bragging about. NASCAR weekend at Darlington Raceway. Get your tickets now at darlingtonraceway.com.
Every Saturday, your game is on Fox.
I mean, just feast your eyes on this. Because if baseball is as American as apple pie, then Fox Saturday baseball is one heck of a slice. And with these guys on the menu, all you gotta do is sit back, relax, and make some room for a big old helper. With a cherry on top. Come on, it's Saturday.
What does fearless look like? Like trading pain with a champion. Find out for yourself. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Welcome back to the Clean Harbors 250. 50 laps to go here from Richmond Raceway. Things are heating up. Grant Enfinger continues to lead. He clinched a spot in the playoffs in our last race in Indianapolis, but he's looking for his first win of the season. Now we have two spots remaining in the playoffs.
These crew chiefs took a chance, got Zeppidelli early, and said, we're going to bet there's not going to be another caution. With all the action we've seen, that's a pretty big bet. But right now, the 11 truck is taking advantage of those fresher tires. Although at just a few laps, Phil, we were talking during break, they have cycles on them, and sometimes that slows down the speed of the tires.
So this is the battle we're watching. This is the bubble battle. Who's in, who's out? Tanner Gray's continuing to move forward. Daniel Dye continuing to fall. Only 12 points separating these two.
A little pressure tires on Tanner's truck. Good call by Jeremy Donnelly. Bring
Woo!
the road as Raja gets a little bit loose.
Man, Raja fucking really got loose. Good driving to save that.
Raja on those pressure tires. He's Stewart creasing off the pace on the back straightaway.
Just on your screen, watch the 71. A little bit of contact with the 43 of Daniel Dye, and then he gets a little bit sideways as he tries to get down in turn number 1.
First time we've seen Daniel Dye outside the top 10 tonight. He's had a really strong effort, running top 5 most of this race.
Still keeping Tanner Gray behind him, and that's the goal.
Now we have every crew chief on pit road other than Corey Heim's crew chief, and William Sawallich's crew chief, and Tanner Gray's crew chief wanting a caution flag right now to put some fresh tires on these trucks. As Zilich is going to make his way around the 43 of Daniel Dye as well.
Aiden Honeycutt there in the 45, hadn't mentioned his name much, but he's fought his way into the top 15 here late.
Good battle right here. Ben Rhodes, the 99 on the inside. His teammate Todd Majeski, the 98 on the outside. That is a battle for third. Here comes Majeski.
We knew it would happen. He's gone to the whip. He's really conservative as he got behind earlier with a penalty on pit road. Has been able to work his way through the field.
As you can see, left side of your screen in our pylon, he's 5 seconds behind Grant Enfinger, but more importantly, 4 seconds behind Corey Heim, who has fresher tires than he does.
There's your chiclets showing you the 5 fastest speeds. Time a little bit quicker that last time by than Enfinger.
Plenty of time left here, 44 laps to go.
Fourth fastest of the top 5 that last lap. This will bounce all over the place. And like you said, caution flag changes everything.
See the Gray brothers running nose to tail. Eric's older brother Tanner in front of Taylor.
I really like this move by Tanner Gray and his team. As you mentioned, let's switch it up a little bit. They came and put tires on, and you see him making moves, trying to get by the 45 of Honeycutt, making his way towards the 43 of Daniel Dye.
Daniel Dye just heading that bright red truck, racing between those two as Gray works over Honeycutt.
Those 13 stage points that Daniel accumulated tonight are going to pay huge dividends, I think.
It's an insurance policy that he really desperately needs. He's still worried about that 15 truck, I'm sure, but he has that insurance that you spoke of, Phil. You talked earlier in the race how this place is notorious for long green flag runs. Well, we saw a bunch of cautions, and those cautions were enough to give opportunities to a couple crew chiefs to take a chance. It's a big chance. Caution flies, they're cooked. But we'll see how it goes down.
Tanner Gray
Trying to make the move on Honeycutt.
pick up this spot for 15.
See his brother looking on. Look at those brake rotors glowing red.
Operation 300. On board 15 for Tanner Gray.
Christian Eckes and Ben Rhodes battling for the 4th spot.
Brent Enfinger now has led the most laps in the night, 87 and counting. Christian Eckes led 64 laps tonight. Wasn't real happy with his car earlier today, but started on pole.
That is your battle for the lead right there. Corey Heim has closed it down to about 5 truck lengths behind Enfinger. Corey might not be the fastest truck on the racetrack every lap, but he seems to be faster than the 9 of Grant Enfinger about every lap.
You know who is the fastest truck about every lap, and that's Tom Majeski.
You think he went to the whip, huh?
I think he did. I think it's time to call on that Ford.
Remember, he was 5 seconds behind just a few moments ago when we talked about it. Now he's 3.5 seconds behind.
Again, last time by, the fastest truck.
So our leader, Grant Enfinger, remember, he last pitted on lap 130. Corey Heim last pitted on 184. Majeski behind him, lap 130. Different strategies.
That interval from first to third, as you can see, Corey Heim starting to look around a little bit, moved up the hill there, seeing if he can find some grip to deal with Grant Enfinger.
I think Majeski would love to see Grant Enfinger hold off Corey Heim for a number of laps and allow him to close that gap a little bit.
Corey Heim has yet to lead tonight. He's certainly the best position he has been in. He's breathing down the neck of Grant Enfinger.
There's Majeski right there in third, just a little bit over 3 seconds behind that 9 truck of Enfinger.
Last time by, Majeski again, fastest truck. These two have got some racing to do here at the front, though.
We bragged about Majeski and his patience, and we ran out of patience before he did. We said, why is Majeski not going any farther towards the front?
He's closing on him. Grant Enfinger trying to hold off Corey Heim. Across the start-finish line into turn 1.
Majeski's got it under 3 seconds now.
Working their way around this lap traffic.
Spencer Boyd pulls over, gives them room. Wow. Grant Enfinger leading this race, and knowing what's coming from behind, got to be a tough position to be in.
Here he comes. Can't get it done there. Majeski back about 2.7 seconds. Look at this battle for the lead. 33 laps to go at Richmond.
Grant can send it in there with Heim, but he just seems to lose a little bit in the center. Not that time, though. Used the top groove and pulled away from Heim.
See if Corey tries to make his way to the outside. You see Grant down on the bottom because Corey's not close enough to make that move.
Shout out to Lane Riggs, another solid run on the short track. We know that's his bread and butter. He's done a nice job tonight. Currently running the 4th position.
They just got around Christian Eckes this last lap to grab that 4th spot.
Just behind the 19 is the one of William Sawalich, another one of those that most recently pitted, making the most of this.
That's a great job by William. We know he's a very talented young racer. Got Ben Rhodes, Tyler Ankrum, Matt Crafton all behind him.
Much like the situation with Corey Heim, a little bit pressure tires pitted on that same lap. Probably going to be able to be enough as Corey Heim is going for the lead.
Corey Heim for the lead with 30 to go.
Enfinger fights back, but no, Corey Heim will take the lead for the first time tonight.
I think it cost that lap truck of Mason Massey cost Graham a little bit of momentum that allowed Corey to get to his inside.
See it there. 30 laps to go from Richmond. We'll step aside. You won't miss it. We're going side by side.
Here we are driving down the road, and all of a sudden, bang! There's a crack in our windshield. You know what we can do now, though, right? Go to safelight.com. And we're good to go.
Hey guys, I'll be replacing the windshield for you. Can we go in there with you? New cars come with cameras that can control your automatic braking systems and lane departures, which you do need to get recalibrated when you get your windshield replaced.
When you get a crack in your windshield, there's only one choice. Safe Light Repair! Safe Light Replace!
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Subway's offering 20% off any sub, any size. Woo! 20% off subs is fun to say. 20% off subs are fun to eat. You'll love 20% off subs. The point is, any sub, any size. 20% off at Subway.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad.
Hey, watch it.
It's from Gillette Labs. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face.
Game changer.
While the Flex, this contours to it. So the 5 blades can get virtually every hair in one stroke for the ultimate Gillette shaving experience.
The best to make it.
Caution.
Think you've seen the best of NASCAR in Atlanta?
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Think again. NASCAR returns to its hottest track for the first round of the Cup Series playoffs. It's high speeds and higher stakes with championship hopes on the line. It's gonna be epic, and the best place to experience it is right here. Don't miss the Quaker State 400 available at Walmart, kicking off the NASCAR playoffs in an epic way, September 6th through the 8th. Every Saturday, your game is on Fox.
I mean, just feast your eyes on this. Because if baseball is as American as apple pie, then Fox Saturday baseball is one heck of a slice. And with these guys on the menu, all you gotta do is sit back, relax, and make some room for a big old helper. With a cherry on top. Come on, it's Saturday. Watkins Glen has always been that perfect blend. A perfect racing experience for the whole family. NASCAR Playoffs weekend at Watkins Glen. Get your tickets now at glen.com.
And you saw it on side by side. Caution is out for the 8th time. Stuart Friesen was slowing on the racetrack just as he was trying to make his way down pit road. We had an issue with Caden Honeycutt.
Went around in turn 4. This is going to be fun to watch. Pit stops.
Almost everyone's coming to pit road.
Pits are open.
Yeah.
So is that the advantage is gone for Corey?
Totally gone.
No, it's the other way now.
It's a disadvantage now.
He's staying out. No, he's coming down. He's going to put on those 7-8 lap tires he took off. But we know how important stickers are.
It's going to be a big advantage for Brent Enfinger, Ty Majeski, but they got to nail the pit stop. No mistakes. Majeski, we saw him with a mistake earlier. Amanda.
You'll take a look at the Levin pull into his pit box. He's talking to his crew chief, Scott Zipadelli, ahead of this stop and said, guys, we tried everything we could. They took that gamble and took those tires last time ahead. That's how Corey was able to charge to the stop. Josh, what are you hearing on Brandon?
That was about a 15-minute second or 15-minute green flag run there.
He needs to get that lead back and go for the win for the 38 of Lane Riggs. He needs a win and he needs a slight adjustment to get him what he needs to get into the postseason.
Looks like Williams Wallace took 2 tires.
Great strategy, though. Had a fast truck, and he didn't have as many laps on those left sides as some of the others. Now, he'll be a little bit of a disadvantage with those 2 tires. There's the race off pit road by a long shot. Grant Enfinger is a lead truck off pit road with 4 tires.
4 fresh tires, too.
Yes. Sticker tires.
Ooh, that just makes me want to go fast, Bill.
Want to hear that paper flapping.
So let's take a look at why we're under caution.
Oh,
Stefan and the 45 of Honeycutt get together. Don't know if maybe they got down in the corner side by side. And
they were racing for the 16th position, I think. This is going to be another thrilling restart. Varying strategies on tires. Tires. We knew we would talk about them all night long, when to get them.
I think most of our field right now, most of our lead lap trucks have 4 brand new sticker tires. We know that Corey Heim doesn't. We're assuming we know William Sawalich only put 2 tires on. I think Zilich has probably put some used tires back on. All those people that stopped around lap 185 or whatever.
I think Matt Crafton is another one of the trucks that
I think you're exactly right.
Did that.
You guys see the playoff cutoff right now? Had it up there briefly.
Uh-oh.
Trouble.
What's wrong with it?
Nick Sanchez.
Something wrong with the left front? Is it down?
See if he can get going before the field comes back around so he can stay on the lead lap.
Amanda, what's going on?
Yeah, he was just telling his team this has been happening all night. He said that the clutch pedal is hard to push. The team told him, hey, the truck is coming behind you. They're going to push you to the box. We'll take a look at it.
Time break for Nick Sanchez. He makes it into his box. Take a look at it.
See the field going by though, so he will be a lap down.
Under the hood they go.
There's maybe fluid. It's a hydraulic clutch, and see if maybe that is out of fluid.
How good does that win and Daytona feel right now for
Pretty
Sanchez?
good. Sanchez, I mean, Charlotte doesn't feel bad either.
Just knocking it out right off the bat though at Daytona.
Yeah, since February.
Knowing you're locked into the playoffs that early in the season, takes a lot of pressure off. He's had a great season.
Oh my goodness.
Consistency, it's been amazing.
Jamie, look at our bubble.
Oh, me.
I made reference to look at this.
Look at that. Daniel Dye versus
Don't tell Daniel. What a ride.
Tanner Gray's. I think he's put on older tires.
Yeah, I think he was on the same strategies of Corey Heim. And a great call. If the caution hadn't come out, it would have probably worked for him. Bad pit stop we're hearing for Daniel Dye. Watch this restart.
William Sawalich on the inside. Grant Enfinger.
Flag.
On the outside.
Great start by Grant. Was able to stay side by side with Sawalich. You should just drive around him.
Sawalich, the one truck, just right side tires. They have contact. Ty Majeski to the lead.
Here comes Lane Riggs. Can he get around Enfinger?
Lane Riggs has just been incredible tonight. Just the consistency. Top 5 all night long. Right now, he's eyeing the lead.
And Enfinger's doing all he can to stay with the 38. Tanner Graves now dropping back those older tires, Michael. The older, he put tires on probably, but they were used tires.
Yeah, you can see Daniel Dye is taking advantage of that. As Grant Enfinger continues to battle side by side with Lane Riggs.
Eckes right behind him. Will Eckes try to take advantage of these two being side by side? A little bit loose, little wiggle by Riggs getting down in the corner.
And he slides up, and that opens the door for Eckes. These guys are racing tight. Eckes opens up the entry, goes high. Maybe to get a run off and get to the bottom here. That was his plan. Looks like a pretty darn good plan.
17 laps to go.
Majeski likes all what he's seeing in his rearview mirror. Pulling away from Grant Enfinger.
Look at this cut line right here. We just talked about it being 1 point. Those older tires for Tanner Gray.
The newer ones for Dye. He's up in the top 10 after that mad pit stop. So nice job keeping cool under pressure for Daniel Dye.
Nice job by Ty Majeski, the leader, with Joe Shear. I mean, just to have a race that is mistake-free, they haven't had it, but they overcome. They've been working on it. They had an uncontrolled tire earlier. He was patient, you guys said. He just was waiting and buying his time. Now he's leading this race, looking to make it 2 wins in a row.
And I'm going to tell you, this 38 truck gets clear of 9. I think he's going to go heat up that 98.
We've reached our Craftsman 15 laps to go. Battle for second, so close. Meanwhile, Majeski continues to check out over a 2.5-second lead over Grant Enfinger.
Third in North Wilkesboro. Lane Riggs' best career finish earlier this year.
These guys are fighting these trucks.
Oh,
Trouble.
Zillage goes around. 9th
Connor
position of the
Zilish.
night.
He's running in the 18th position.
a lot of damage for that 7th truck.
Yeah.
He was in the same situation, Michael. Remember we talked about it. He didn't have as fresh tires as the majority of the field.
Look at this top 10 right now. Ty Dillon 7th, Stephen Parsons 8th, Ben Rhodes fell back.
Doesn't matter. It's gonna be somebody like with
Hine,
probably gonna be Majeski or
These scuffed
Enfinger.
tires they put back.
Maybe Eckes.
Yeah, Daniel died just outside the top 10 and 11th. Connor Hall doing a great job in his debut right now, running in the 12th spot. Zilish is going to pull it behind the wall.
If there's any miracle, it would be a terrible miracle, and Ben Rhodes would win.
Brian Patty there walking by in third round.
I'd kill myself.
Took a chance and it didn't work.
Connor Zillage will next be in the truck at Bristol.
Let's see if we can take a look at what happened. You see right there, they're already making contact. That's 32 of Brett Holmes on the inside and Connor Zilish on the outside, but they were already together.
There's been a lot of cautions in this race.
I think that was loose end.
Stream's probably going to reach 3 hours.
Him up into Zilish and around
Here's another view of it. Is there a little contact maybe from the 77? Possible, just a nudge?
Maybe a nudge.
From the 77?
So loose end is right.
With help?
With help.
Loose end with help?
That's a lot of damage to that 7 truck.
Half off. Yellows out, coming outside wall and 2.
Chester.
We're going to have a restart inside of 10 laps to go.
You see there the 52. He's one of our bubble boys. He's currently 2 laps down. Joe Shear Jr.'s like, I didn't need that caution. We're going pretty good. Trying another Hail Mary.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
Yeah.
And a gray with a different set of tires. Certainly wasn't going anywhere fast.
Still outside the top 15. Let's hear from our leader's crew chief, Amanda.
I got over here, Jamie, and Joe Shear Jr. just looked at me and shook his head and he said, what a day. Ty Majeski has the momentum right now. How do you finish this off, Joe?
Well, hopefully there's no more cautions, but we've got a good truck. We made bad decision there in the beginning. And we redeemed ourselves, got back with a fast truck, and Ty's doing a great job.
I knew 250 laps at Richmond would be a longer race. I didn't think it'd be this long for the trucks, though. You know?
I love that. You know, what are you going to do? You don't want a caution, and then here comes a caution. And, you know, getting to be down in the pits and watching those guys just sweat things out. I'm really thankful Amanda and Josh are down there on the scene, getting those emotions that you see from Joe Shear.
That's what it's all about, especially this race, Michael. You know, there's a lot on the line. You want to head into the playoffs feeling good, strutting your stuff, carrying your head high.
Well, those two are strutting off into the playoffs. What about the guy in third? He's like, give me a chance here. I can go playoff racing. Lane Riggs, short track ace, has put himself in a position to do just that.
Right, all the drivers around him, top 6, are locked in except for Riggs.
Right behind them, there's Stefan running in the 8th spot. What a great job Chris Carey and his guys have done with this Pop Cells truck.
Yeah, they started off practice today with an engine issue, overheating, and didn't get many laps. And was able to squeeze into the field in qualifying, and now he's driven all the way to the top 10. That's way overachieving after the way the day started.
Yeah, Chris Carey is definitely.
All right, getting one to go.
It was not great. He got lapped earlier, got a free pass, and and has this thing up in the top 10. Let's see if he can finish it off.
So this was kind of a quick
I'm
caution.
just impressed with Stephen Parsons and the drivers like him that jump in and out of the truck. Not full time. He's a spotter is his regular job, but to be able to stay on top of it, you know, keep that competitive edge, know exactly what he needs with this small team to go compete with the big teams that are there every single week.
Yeah, these guys work extremely hard. Chris Carey, the crew chief, is really the only employee of Henderson Motorsports, but he has some really good people around him that he can lean on when he needs help. They get a lot of help from Spire Motorsports.
Ugh, Jesus.
Great opportunity here for Stefan. Hopefully he can finish it off with a good finish.
You see Lane Riggs has chosen the top, running in third, but he went up high. That's an interesting strategy. See what he's thinking and how it plays out.
It's going to be 8 to go when we restart.
Here we go. Brandon
All right.
Finger on the inside.
8 laps to go.
Who will it be? 8 laps to go in the line. Green flag is in the air. Lane Riggs in the 38 wants to make something happen. Look at Daniel Dye coming to the inside back there.
Will they make it? 4 wide. And they did. Daniel Dye with a daring move here late in the going.
Woo! Jesus Christ.
Direct by our leader, Grant.
Oh!
Sideways, and he's still sideways.
Oh!
Riggs says, let's go, boys.
Look at the bump.
Wow.
Christian Eckes makes up a few spots. Ty Majeski to the point.
Wow. Oh my God.
17 Taylor Gray coming on strong. Hardy clinched his spot.
That was insane.
What action.
That was insane.
My heart rate's up.
Wow.
Coming to 6 to go.
I think Majeski has some sort of a...
Ty Majeski, Joe Shear Jr. worked so
Am I
hard
just
all
tripping?
year. The consistency that
Looks like some sort of a tire, maybe. Am I just tripping?
They finally get it done in Indianapolis, the last race. I think that's all they really needed. Had a mistake tonight, overcame that, and here they are leading. 6 laps to go.
Well, my heart rate's kind of coming down now because we sorted this thing out. That was a crazy restart. Great action, great driving by these truckers.
Guys, I just wonder. I look at Ty Majeski. Last year he led 168 laps, only to lose it at the end. Carson Hocevar got around him with 4 laps to go. Maybe a little redemption is in his sights.
These guys haven't sorted this second position out yet at all.
So good.
They're hanging on, slipping and sliding and battling. Look at Lane Riggs. He said, I wonder if there's anything up top. Haven't seen anybody up that high yet.
Meanwhile, Ty Dillon hanging on to an 8th spot right now. Daniel Dye has raced his way back into the top 10, and Connor Hall making his Truck Series debut 10th.
Connor's done a great job all night long. Very competitive.
Ty Majeski, 1 second advantage over Christian Eckes.
Well, Christian kind of used it up the racetrack there a little bit. Pushed Grant up the hill to grab that 2nd spot, side by side for 4th.
These 2 drivers have been so impressive tonight.
Everybody has. It's got their truck straight at this point after that restart.
The race has had a little bit of everything. Strategy, cautions, comers and goers.
You could see once
2 to go.
Used up Grant a bit. He's been able to drive away from it. So
Yeah, Ty Majeski's pulled away by a
That's
second.
what Rick is trying to do now, but look where
So-
Gray's going to the bottom.
Has been able to make some good time.
Coming to the white flag here.
For the white flag.
They're going to go 3 wide.
White
The
flag.
white flag right there. They're still beating and banging off each other back there for 3rd.
Jeske wanted to see that white flag. He's looking at his mirror and thinking all those craziness going on. No more cautions, please, as Joe Shear said.
Ty Majeski was dominated this race a year ago. Saw the win in sight, only to lose it. He makes his way around this racetrack.
And Ty Majeski wins at Richmond.
And wins the season finale.
Hell of a job, buddy. Hell of a job. Nice work there, guys. Good recovery. Good day.
Yeah, Daniel Dye makes it into the playoffs.
Go run for a championship. Thank you guys. You guys are all badass.
Tanner Gray, Matt Crafton, Stuart Freeze all miss it.
Championship.
How exciting. Regular season now in the books. The agony of defeat.
Yeah, great effort, though, all year long by Tanner Gray and his team. I know tonight didn't go like he would have liked, but they certainly put the effort in.
Well, think about how much ground he made up. I mean, he was way behind early and not even competitive. Was able to drive up to the 12th position, gave himself a shot at it.
Certainly gave us a great show. Something to watch. He stayed in the hunt. I think made Daniel Dye a little bit more nervous than he wanted to be at some points.
This is Mr. Short Track here, isn't it?
Yeah, is this 2 in a row for him?
Yeah.
2 in a row, and guess where we're going next?
His home track.
His home track.
I wouldn't be surprised to make it 3 in a row.
Me either. And then Bristol. He's won at Bristol before. Yeah, this, as you mentioned earlier, this first round really lays out well for Ty Majeski.
Polish victory lap, celebrating the history of Alan Kowicki. Does that
Daniel can breathe.
Does that after every win. That's awesome. Daniel Dye, look at the big smile on Danny's face. I mean, I didn't see this coming 6 months ago, Phil. He didn't get off to a great start this season, but man, they turned the corner at some point. He and Blake Bainbridge really have come together, and they have put some fast trucks on the track.
You see Majeski still doing the Polish victory lap, the left side of your screen. You know, one thing we didn't mention at IRP, that when Joe Shear won that race, that broke a 3-way tie for second and all-time crew chief wins. And he's going to add another one to it now.
What relief Daniel Dye is feeling right there. Joe Shear and Ty Majeski are just feeling joy from another great win.
What? And my audio went out. Fucking great.
Slip away in the final laps. How does that shape the feeling on this victory back here at Richmond?
Oh, it feels good. We've had great four-sport trucks here at Richmond the last 2 years. Found different ways to lose them, and we tried to do it again tonight. Another mistake. We really need to clean that stuff up before playoff time. But so proud of these guys sticking behind me. Soda Sense, local sponsor from my hometown, Seymour, Wisconsin. So cool to see it come full circle. They've been a huge supporter of mine. All our partners, though, Curb Records, Road Ranger, wouldn't be able to do without Run to Force, and they gave me a huge opportunity a few years ago, and met the time of my life racing for this team. Proud of these Thor 4 racing guys. We work so hard at the shop. We're proud to do this from Sandusky, Ohio, and we're going to try and bring another trophy back home.
Ty Majeski, your winner at Richmond. Amanda?
Danny, I'll tell you the story that the team was telling in the booth. You were the first driver to bump themselves into a playoff, and we were talking earlier today, and you were saying that what you were feeling was the opposite of Christmas morning. What's the emotion now?
Yeah, it feels a lot better than Christmas now. Man, just the hard work these guys have put in, and like I talked a little bit before the race, it's really good to validate myself and the work that I'm putting in to change up what I've been doing. And oh man, it's so cool to have our champion container 43 in the playoffs. I'm whooped. Like, if it wasn't easy, it's not an easy racetrack. But just proud of everybody. Everybody's been working so hard and trying to keep me under control and not too freaked out. So man, proud to be here. This is a racetrack I didn't like last year, and I don't like Milwaukee either, but we're headed to Milwaukee. Let's go do it.
Jamie?
Well, I would give the most improved driver award to David Dye for this season. There's Tanner Gray. A valiant effort. They worked through some things, weren't thrilled all night long, didn't give up, closed that gap. It was so close.
Alrighty, y'all.
1 point.
I'm going to be live tomorrow for the Red Sox game at 1:25, and then I'll be live for the race at 5:45. So it'll be a doubleheader tomorrow,
40 points behind.
and it'll be fun.
Let's break that to him tomorrow, Phil. It's too good of a night for him to roll out.
I think I'll be live at 5:30 actually. So yeah, but yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.
Championship, so good night for them.